all bad road in our life. Oh yeah, them never want see we strive. So them set all bad roads in our life. Oh, but I know what's burning you. Bad mind I kill you. I know what's burning you. No love to your heart, no love to your soul too. Them never want see we strive. So them set all bad road in our life. Oh Jah, them never want see we strive. So them set all bad road in our life. We attack two heads of government, they tell no chief of staff. Look how much ghetto look dead in the ghetto what they da. Suffering children on the street at night. Abuse them for their culture and their equal rights. Jah, see, I know what I want. That's the redemption they go chanting, you know. And in a Babylon, no youth now go go. Oh, but I know what's burning you. Bad mind I kill you. I know what's burning you. No love, not in your heart. No love, not in your soul too. They never want see we strive. So them set all bad road in our life. Oh Jah, them never want see we strive. So them set all bad road in our life. But Emperor Selassie I guide and protect. No Babylon campus Rasta vet. Cause in the Gideon, enough of them going to sweat. Revolution just start who know no hear nothing yet. I'm a Gideon soldier come let we mount. Light up the torch when they get take from my back. The whole of King's House policeman them dead off. Go tell the Prime Minister at Jamaica house we want. Rolling with fire from we eyes. Now come here so under no fast this guy. Revolution of the start we call blood in our eye. They got to get to youth them and them only a pretend. Election a come them full of beer promising. But youth they are just to burn them skin. Them well down in a vanity, corruption and sin. And them bloody meat and no one hear the king. But Jah see I know everything what I want. Oh, them never want see we strive. So them set all bad road in our life. Oh Jah, them never want see we strive. So them set all bad road in our life. I say yeah, I say oh Jah, I say yeah, oh Jah, I say yeah, Jah, oh, them never want see me strive. So them set all bad road in our life. Oh yeah, them never want see me strive. So them set all bad road in our life. What we are talking in the Gideon and still firm. Enough more things to learn. What we are juggling in the Gideon and still firm. Cause many more miles to go. I are in a Zion. Bingy man red in Zion. Rasta man red in Zion.
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Khakis.
Otro día de sangre en el periódico, otra historia que me pone melancólico. Hay presión para colmar el barómetro. Esta atmósfera tan densa no se aguanta, no. La realidad del caso es que no hay salida de este laberinto de la economía, menos que allá arriba alguien tome iniciativa, pero no se quiere doblar, no se inclina porque le da igual. Desde su oficina le da igual, tu calidad de vida le da igual, desde lo alto todo le da igual. La verdad. Denigrante, sombra de la deuda en la calle, Todo el mundo expresa desesperación de algunos que no ven alternativas para sobrevivir. Y en la suya vive el insensible siempre que en su logo hay algo imprescindible. Y es que para un cerdo es físicamente imposible alzar el cuello hasta ver el cielo. Le da igual, desde su oficina le da igual, tu calidad de vida le da igual, desde lo alto todo le da igual, y nada cambia porque le da igual, tiene la llave pero le da igual, si no le afecta claro le da igual, desde su lodo todo le da igual, la verdad. Y en circunstancias que obligan a huir, a emigrar, banqueros y bonistas deberían pagar. Y de tanta politiquería nefasta ya basta. No quiero quedarme en casa, sentado en la sala, cuando afuera una masa de indiferencia malvive mi herencia y le da igual, desde su oficina le da igual, tu calidad de vida le da igual, desde lo alto todo le da igual, y nada cambia porque le da igual, tiene la llave pero le da igual, si no le afecta claro le da igual, desde su lodo todo le da igual, la verdad. Oh, oh, hey.
Blackstar Sports TV here, coming at you this Saturday, man. I tell you, what a day, what a day. Yeah, I've been a little late starting here today. Man, just got word from the champ, man. Something has come up, and it's looking like he's not going to be able to make it today. A little disappointed because I wanted to celebrate this Saturday, today and everything because I just broke 100 subscribers, man. I appreciate all of you guys for chopping it up with me and coming through, on these weekends, man, and talking boxing with me, man. I appreciate that so much. Unfortunately, some things like this happen sometimes, and but we'll reschedule and we'll bring that out again because that's something I really wanted to do. He was really a big deal in my home city of DMV, man, and especially back then, man. There was a lot of good boxers in DC at the time, man, and William Joppy, man, was representing us well, man, and 3-time world champ, man, 3 times. And I take my hat off to him, bro, because he really put in some good work. I was really looking forward to this, man, because like I say, he was a hometown hero type of thing, man, but we'll continue to do what we do, and when he gets time, he'll come on through, and we'll definitely do this again. Got some guys gonna come through again today, man, and we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk that boxing because that's what we do around here, and that don't never stop. Cause it's all about boxing over here, man. Let me check see who is in this chat, man. We got Black Banter, man.
Big respect, Black Banter. My brother always coming through, man. Hit the like button when you enter the chat. Share this video. Subscribe to Blackstar Sports TV. Tell someone to subscribe. Appreciate it. Hey, man. Big thank you, man. Big respects, man. I appreciate you so much, bro. Thanks for your support. Yes, indeed. Chi-Town's finest. I'll be back once I'm finished with my patients, fam. Yeah, no problem, my brother. I understand. I understand. You got some real important business there, man. And that's need to be taken care of, man. Handle your business, brother. We'll be here when you get done, man. Fam, no problem. Appreciate you, man. Big respect and thank you for all your support. Bruce Goes in the building once again, man. Thanks for stopping by again with me, bro. Salute, brother, at Blackstar Sports TV, man. Big salute to you too, man. Thanks for your support as well, my brother. Means a lot, man. And we keep on grinding, man. We keep trying to make things happen, man. But I had one for us this week, man, and that's like, hey, man, I was so happy, man. We broke that 100, man. I've been looking at that from day one, man. I'm saying that's the first of many hurdles that seeking to jump over, man. I finally got that first one, man. And the good brother KQKC Boxing Network told me, man. He said, hey, that first 100 is the hardest, man. And man, he told me nothing but the truth, bro. So it just makes me appreciate the accomplishment even more, starting from where I started from, man. I remember, man, my first couple of live streams, man, it'd be me and a good brother, Sir Ray, man. I haven't seen Sir Ray in a little while, man, and I'm really wondering about my brother, man. I usually stop by, man, and I remember in the beginning, man, it'd be just me and him, man, sometimes just chopping it up about any old thing. And if anybody sees him out there or anything, man, let him know. Stop by Blackstar Sports TV, man, because yeah, I missed that brother, man. We chatted up about a lot of things, man, and it'd be just me and him, and we'd be on there for hours, man, just talking. So I hope things is well with him, man. I send out blessings to him for sure, man. He was my first subscriber, very first one. Black Banner, winning the East is in the house. Much respect to the Northwest and South, no doubt about it. And Black Banner, man, always spreading that positivity, man. Black Banner, Chi-Town's finest, Bruce Goes, respect to you brothers, 100 always. Yes, indeed. Most definitely, man. Yeah, I suppose to have my brother Basement Boxing Talk coming in here with us as well. And I sent out a few to some other guys to come on in and chop it up with us, man. It's a lot to talk about, man. Boxing is something that just never stops, man. And, us fight heads, man, we can't ever get enough, And let's see here. Let's get this. Let's see. Yeah, we go some more here. And Black Banner says he earned it, brother. It's about qualitative subscribers. Yes, indeed, man. That's like I said, in the preview video to this live stream, man. My 100 subscribers, man, they're the best, man. Out of all the subscribers everybody could have on there, a channel that had 20, 40, 100,000 subscribers, man, hey, I wouldn't trade you guys for those 100,000. I tell you that much right now. I appreciate you so much, man, and I want you to know that, man. You guys inspire me to keep trying, man. Just like the good brother KQKC, man. When I ran across this brother, man, he really affected me and he inspired me to try this thing, man. And I said, well, why not, right? I love boxing and I wanted to do it, man. So, hey, here I am, bro. Yes, indeed. Bruce Goes, congratulations. Hey, man, congratulations to you guys, too, man. You guys made this possible, and I appreciate you so much, man. You have no idea. I tell you, man. Big, big respect. Good brother, Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens is in the building. Salute my peoples. Yes, indeed, man. You talk about the James Brown of YouTube, man. It's got to be this brother, Reggie Owens, man. Reggie Owens is always on, man. I don't care what time of day, what time of night. He my news broadcaster, man. I get my news from Reggie. Reggie, I always got the update, man. Always grinding, always putting out content, man. And if you ain't subscribed to him, man, you're missing out. But I'm pretty sure, you guys in my chat definitely know brother Reggie and definitely subscribe to him. Yeah, brother Reggie, if you want to hop on, brother, I'll kick a link in there to you, brother. No problem. Let's see, the Black Banner. You have calls coming in because your computer screen is blinking off and on. Yeah, yeah, I noticed that too when I watched the replay, man. I do seem to have a little something going on there, and I'm gonna have to check that out. Thanks for mentioning that to me, good brother. Yes, indeed. Wait a minute, the chat. Okay. Good brother, God Body Shah News is in the building. Slew a great bill last night. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you coming by last night, man. That was a spur of moment thing, man. I just wanted to get in and just talk boxing, man. I was so excited for the day, man. I had a lot to say, and I was like, man, let me just go on. I ain't have any format or anything. Just say I'm just gonna come on here and just chat it up and invited some brothers in here, and you guys showed up, man. It showed out, and I appreciate you, man. It really turned it into a decent live. Appreciate you. He said, oh, I think he typed that in twice. Yeah. Bruce Gold says that the Black Banner, respect to you, my brother. Salute. Yes, indeed. Big respect, man. Everybody in the chat, man. Black Banner, KQKC, he's the brother's brother for sure, man. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. I tell you, man, a lot of people walk around and perpetrate themselves to be a real person, man, and this brother has proved it, man, over and over again, man. I was at the point where I was like, man, I don't know if I want to keep doing this, man. I didn't feel like it could really take ground and really get anywhere. And the good brother said to me, man, he said, hey, man, he suggested some things to me and everything, man. He started shopping me out a little bit, gave me a little, little boost, man. And it was just enough to keep me to keep going, man. And hey, man, I tell you, man, I respect that brother to the maximum, man. And he just don't know how much he really inspired me. I appreciate him and Chi-Town's founders, man. Was at that time, man. They really stood up big for me, bro. And hey, man, I never forget that, man. I never forget that because them brothers didn't have to do that, man. They didn't. It didn't at all, man. And I wasn't even sure how I came off or anything, man. I just be out here just talking, man. I ain't care. I didn't have no rhyme or reason. I was just say, hey, I'm just gonna chop it up and hopefully those will jump in and everything like that, man. Oh man, hey, Sean Newton, man, appreciate that cash app, man. I appreciate you, my good brother. It's funny because usually I don't even see those when they come through, but I sure appreciate you there, good brother. Mike 202 has sent me one before too, man. I didn't get to shout him out on the live at that time, but he did too, man. And I shout him out right here now. Also, Chi-Town's founders sent me my very first one, man. Not long after that very time I was just speaking of, man. And I reached out to them brothers for some advice, man. And they definitely came in and filled it in, man. And man, I owe a great debt to these brothers for sure. Let's see. Mike 202 is in the building, man. The DMV come through again, man. That's my brother, man. Always coming through, man. Thank you for your support, my good brother. Thank you so much. Salute to all my Nubian brothers, man. Salute to you, too, my brother, for sure. Without a doubt. Bruce Goes, Boxing Conversations, Reggie Owens, salute. Yes, indeed. Okay. Yeah. All right, Reggie laughing. Black Banner Reggie, now respect to your brothers, 100 always. Yeah, Reggie, yes, indeed. Yeah, boxing, I salute my brother at Bruce Goes. Bruce Goes, Mike 202, salute fam. And Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, salute my brother at the Black Banner, much respect to you. Yeah, most definitely, man. Fam, I tell you, hey, man, I guess while we on these cats to jump in, well, let me throw a link on here as well, man. Just some time we can fill up this time, man. If you're just coming in, you might not have heard, but my initial announcement, man. The champ is looks like he's not going to be able to make it today, so we're gonna have to reschedule that, man. But I was really looking forward to doing it today because, like I say, celebrating at the same time this week, man. We crossed 100 subscribers, and that was a big goal of mine in the beginning, just to really get off the off the basement floor, and got a ways to go. But hey, man, I love where we are right now, and I love my subscribers and the guys coming, all the support I'm getting from you cats, man. I appreciate that so much, man, for sure. But I think start off talking about the Showtime card coming up, man, here in a couple weeks, man. The Big Charlo, actually a double pay-per-view. A lot of people is not really mentioning that fact, man, but it's actually 2 pay-per-views in one. a lot of people's making a issue about, hey man, they want $74.95 for that fight. It's gonna be a little money, you know what I'm saying? But hell, it's well worth it, man. You got 2 fight cards in this. You got 5 championship fights. A lot. If you're interested in bantamweights, man, they got you covered in this one. All the major players in the bantamweight division is going to definitely be present and fighting that night, man, for sure. So it's going to be exciting, man. A great card, and I don't mind paying that for that fight, man, for sure, man. And like I say, you're getting double value, man. If you split that in half, that's $30-something each, man. But it's all going down at one time, and it's nothing but boxing. A night of full boxing, not no DAZN card where you got 100,000 fights and you don't know who the hell is who is what, and you know what I'm saying, where this guy come from, who he done fought. This guy got 12 losses, he got 24, but they gonna fight for the Eastern 1, 2, 3 championship of bumfuck Russia championship. Who know? Let's say Black Bandit says, Blackstar, I know you have your BB gun ready for that. LOL. No doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Renee Box Young is in the building. All right, my brother. Yes, indeed. Big Blackstar. Yeah, man. Big respect to you, Renee Box Young. Thanks for stopping by, my brother. Yes, indeed. Always welcome. Always. Reggie. Yes, indeed. Y'all got the link in the chat, man. Anybody want to hop on, man, chop it up with me, man, you definitely welcome to do so, man. Renee Box Young, Bruce, salute. Renee Box Young, what's good, chat? And Renee Box Young, salute, fam, from Bruce Goals. Like 202, so I'm going to buy, yeah, man, that's a must. Gotta support lines only, man, for sure. They always have some excuse and some reason why Canelo or some major guy won't fight these guys, man. But when they show them how viable they are, marketing and if this pay-per-view does real well, does like 400,000 views, man, that's going to really eliminate that from any consideration in the future. They won't be able to talk that madness no more. And hopefully that's what's happening now. I really hope that that's the way. It should be a great success, man. It's a great card. And I tell you one thing, if UFC got something going on that night, man, I don't even care anymore. Because that's the type of cards that PBC needs to be coming out with, man, on the regular, man. They could do that, man. I wish they would do it every week in some way, shape, or form. Because that's what the UFC, that's the main strength of the UFC, man. They keep cranking them out to you like that, man. And I guess you can consider it overkill, but at the same time, man, it keeps that sport going. Every weekend they got something going. Every weekend, man. And people always talk about how they love that model, man. But the only downfall to it is, man, is the fighters suffer. Those guys don't make the money that the boxers make, man. So if we can just tweak that and put that two together and get the boxing in there, man, hey, there we go. Renee Box Young, Eastern's 1, 2, 3 championship. Yes, indeed. Renee Box Young in the building, man. So I would love to jump in, man. Just a little busy right now. That's fine, brother. That's fine. Just letting you know, man, it's open. You welcome me anytime, my brother. Handle your business. Hey, I will jump in on another show if you post a link. Sure will, my brother. No doubt about that. Yes, indeed. And we got Antonio Margot Trita. Ha Mayweather duck. He's talking about Mayweather, man. Mayweather, who's Mayweather ducking, man? Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, but these are some of the fights, man. You got Brandon Figueroa fighting again against Damian Vasquez for the WBA Super Bantamweight title. This is in that first half of the card. You got another WBO Bantamweight Championship, John Rio Casimero versus Duke Meza, something like that. These names, man. I ain't the best at it, but that's my attempt at it. Then you got Jamal Charlo versus Sergey Derenchenko, which I am looking forward to big time, man. That is going to be that's the fight that Jamal's been needing, man. And I'm so happy that he got it, man. Because I know Canelo was trying to peek in on that as well, but man, I tell you, this right here is the perfect fight for him right now at this time. I think he's ever ready for this. And I know Sergey Derenchenko is a game fighter, very solid. It's going to make for one hell of a fight, man. Yeah, actually, man, I tell you, it could actually slip. I have Errol Spence and Danny Garcia as potential fight of the year. But truth be told, this could very well sleep in and it could be like a sleeper pick because Devenchenko ain't no joke, man, and he comes with it. He comes with it, and you're gonna have to be like that if you're gonna fight Jamal Charlo. Any of them Charlos, you better be prepared to come with it because any slacking gonna make you lacking, and you gonna get your ass knocked all the way in the back. You know what I mean? But I look forward to it, man. I definitely favor Jamal in this because he's been so hungry so long, man, and the determination has been there. He set his sights on major goals, man, and this right here would definitely help him get to the next plateau of achieving those goals. So I know he's ready. These guys are never out of shape. He's always in the gym, and they ready, man. They ready. It's gonna be a great fight, man. I look so forward to it, man. That in itself will make me pay $74.95 right there by itself. But but hey, wait, there's more. As the commercials say. Let me catch up here a little bit here. Boxing Conversations. Reggie Owens says, salute my brother Rene Box Young. Yes, indeed. Salute to the brother. Mike 202. Canelo Alvarez Lifetime Duck Award. Man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. When we're going to get to Canelo in just a little bit. Yes, indeed. Canelo, man. He got some interesting things going on. He received some news, too, about that whole thing. So we're definitely going to go over that, man. Antonio Trito. Hope I'm getting that right, my brother. Canelo a disgrace. Man, I really liked Canelo in the beginning, man. I was all on the Canelo hype train, man. When that first Triple G fight came on, man, oh man, I was like, man, this dude right here. And I told one of my partners, man, I was like, look, man, Canelo and Errol Spence one day is gonna be the big fight down the line, And I could see that, right? And it looked like it was moving that way, but then that deal came in. And Canelo went one way. And then, Earl started to, go for the undisputed and everything. And, he had to chase down Kell Brook and everything and, go through all that really held up the situation. And, man, there he is. Basement Boxing Talk in the building. Everybody subscribe. Yes, indeed. Everybody subscribe to my brother Basement Boxing Talk, man. Out of Ohio, man, Cincinnati, man. Hope he ain't no Bengals fan, but yeah, he from out that way.
Never.
No.
Hey, they sold me out my whole life.
Man, I tell you, yo, they had some good teams, though. Hey, let me catch up with these comments, man. They kind of moving on me a little bit, and then you can hop on in, my brother. Right. Renee Box Young says, yeah, I am bad with names too, man. Yeah, I tell you. I tried. I'm trying to improve, man. The more I hear it, the better I get, Antonio Margot Trudeau. I'm the greatest. You the greatest, man? All right. I ain't gonna argue with you, my brother. You up in here chopping it up with me, man. So big respect to you, man. Tyrone Smith, Charlo Devenchenko might be the most interesting fight of the night by then. But then again, I want to see what Rosario can do. Both good fights. Yeah, that will be a big competition for that night, though. There's no doubt about that. And he very well could be right in that, man, because those are two real solid fights, man. Tyrone Smith says, salute y'all. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, Tyrone, welcome to the live stream, my brother. Thanks for coming through here with us again, my brother. Appreciate you. Big respect to you, my man. Oh, man, my DMV homies in the building. Main man, made man. Everybody subscribe to my good brother. Main man, made man. He got that awesome content coming from out of the DMV, bro. That's the dude, man, for real. In cheer, bro. Salute. Yeah, salute to you too, my man. Salute to you. Renee Box Young, main man. Yes, indeed. Tyrone Smith again. They should have made Lubin, J-Rock, or Laura. They should have made him fight tonight? Added to the card, maybe? Damn. Whew. Yeah, they had to charge you $100 for that one, bro. If that's what you mean. Bruce Goes, main man, salute, brother. Main man, salute to the fam. And then Bruce Goes, I subbed last night to Basement Boxing. Cool, brother, cool, man. Yes, indeed. Well, let me go ahead and cut this on, man. I was just getting going here. I didn't realize I didn't have it on, man. But yeah. Yeah, getting used to this camera thing, man. I need to get me a new webcam, man. But I've been working with this deal here, man, where I can put my cell phone on here, man. So that's been working okay so far. But we're a work in progress, and we're gonna keep grinding at it. That's for sure. We got man. Rosario is a great fight. Yeah, man. Those are gonna be some barn burners. Barn burners for real. I can't wait for that, Yeah, just getting little messages there, man. Yeah, we was going over the card, man. Now, see, the second part of the card is interesting too, man, because we got Danny Romaine versus Juan Carlos Payano for WBC super bantamweight. I say that bantamweight action is on all night. Anybody you worrying about in the super bantamweight division, they fighting in this card. That's gonna be an eliminator though, but hey, that's up there. Then you got the WBC bantamweight title going up between Luis Nery and Aaron Alameda. Another fight gonna be pretty good matchup. Them little guys, man, they just like Rock'em Sock'em robots, man. They just swinging. 1,000 punches a fight. Then the big one, Jamel Charlo versus Jason Rosario, man. Yeah, I'm hyped for that, man. I'm really hyped for that, man. I'm glad that this has come to fruition and they're getting this opportunity to go and get on this big stage and actually excel. Because I got both of them winning, man. I'm picking them both to win. I'm favoring them to win. But they're not going to be no easy night. Ain't going to be no easy task. But what I know about these guys, man, is how gritty they are and how they just, their will is just is amazing. So I'm betting on that. Yes, indeed. What do you think about that there, Basement?
What you talking about? What I think about what?
The Charlo pay-per-view card with the two Charlo fights.
Oh.
Sergey Devchenko and
two dog fights. Them two dog fights.
Yeah.
Them two dog fights.
Man.
Rosario, the way he did J-Rock.
Man, that was surprising. That was really surprising, man.
It was surprising, but he outboxed him. Like he came with a whole different plan. They said J-Rock had a lot of stuff going on, but he was at home, lost the fight at home badly.
Yeah.
So I think like with Charlo, he wanted to take his time, man, and keep his composure because Rosario gonna come to box. Charlo, he really want to go in there and really bang and brawl, but he got to keep his composure because if he start getting outboxed and he start fighting with emotion, you could lose on the card.
Yeah,
might not take lose the fight, but you could lose on the card.
Yeah, no doubt.
But I got both of the Charlos. I got both of them winning.
Okay.
I got both of them winning.
That'll work. Yeah, I can see that happening, man. But they don't need no more upsets like that last time, man. Well, that was a robbery more than an upset.
We talked about that last night.
yeah. But hey, Jamel got that get back though. See, he got that get back.
He definitely got that get back. It's just I'm glad as of right now. They're not doing too much. They doing promotions, but they're not doing too much promotion to where they talking shit.
Yeah,
because that's one thing I want the Charlos to stop doing. Stop talking so much, because when you get into the fight, just like we talking about last night, the Triple G and everything. If you come and you talk all this shit like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, but then when you get in the ring, your opponent you see something different in your opponent, and then you change your game plan up. The judges, the commentators, all them, they still sticking with the script that you said. So now that you done adjusted, you might have made some adjustments, and you're not Floyd Mayweather, They make the adjustments, and you don't get the knockout. Then they sit up here and start complaining about your adjustment. Well, he didn't stick to the script. He didn't stick to this. He said he was going to do this. He said he was going to do that. But he did this. He did that.
Yeah, he set the bar high, to get up there. I'm gonna knock you out. And if you don't knock him out, they be like, hey, you ain't do what you said. So you right about that. Hey, ABN is in the building, man. Salute to you, good brother. Thanks for stopping by, man, with that Prince symbol in your avatar there, my brother. ABN, yes indeed. Big respect, man. Appreciate you very much, man. God body Sean News. If both the Charlo twins win, who do you think they should fight next?
I'm gonna let you answer that first.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you answer that first.
Oh, so you let me? Okay. Well, I think for Jamel, I think Texera, man, go and get that undisputed, man. But I don't think Bob Earn will even give him a chance to even do that, man. He ain't gonna let him get out there and get mopped up, man, because he know his boy ain't gonna beat no damn Jamel, especially if he beat Banana here this week. So but that's what I would like to see. I like to see him have a chance to get that undisputed. Wouldn't that be something if both Charlos got undisputed and Earl Spence got it, and all three of them guys had it? And then imagine at that point, Earl goes up to 154, and all them killers is up there together like that, man. Imagine, market in that fight, two undisputed champions going head to head like that in a pay-per-view matchup, man. Woo! And them cats already talk about, man, they willing to do something like that if it come down to it, for that bread. Earl Spence and Jamel, they'll do it.
No.
They already said it.
No. You can't give me. I can't believe. I don't care what they say. I'm not believing that one.
You don't believe
that?
I think that's because Bud Crawford did that.
If Earl go up to 154, if Earl go up to 154, the Charlo's gonna have to move up. One go to 168, the other one go to 160.
Yeah, I believe after a certain amount of time, you absolutely right. I think, but if somehow they get to the point where if it happens quicker than later, it's more of a possibility. But a couple years down the line, I don't think so, because like you say, they have to move up at that point, man. But it's a small window of possibility. Small window. See, I hit the wrong one. Okay, I think I skipped ABN. Yeah. Mike 202. I knew before the fight started something was going to happen because he was fighting at home. It always happened like that. The same thing happened to Swift months prior, fighting at home. Yeah, that was the same thing, man. And that fight against Swift, man, at Georgia University, man. I used to go through there all the time when I was in high school, man, and watch the basketball game. Matter of fact, I saw Georgetown play an NIT tournament game over there one time too, man. I was like, dang, I didn't even know the fight was there. If I'd known that, man, I had to book that flight, bro. I had to been there for that. That was a damn good card, though. Yeah, Mike 202, real shit, basement boxing. Yes, indeed.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, the homies, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, straight out of the DMV, coming in the building. Blackstar Sports TV, salute, family. Salute to you. Yes, indeed. My DMV brothers right there, man. Got to sub to these brothers, too, man. Got to sub to them. Good brothers. We have a great show, man. They had Blair the Flair Cobbs on there, a couple weeks ago, y'all had that one, man. That was pretty cool, man. The guy does his Ric Flair persona, man. It's pretty cool. That was a good interview too. Supreme Beast said, Mike 202, what it do, homie? Mike 202, salute. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, DMV, yes indeed. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like that. But as far as Jamal, man, I know who I'd like to see him fight. Yeah. Who would they put him up against? Because then if he beat Devinchenko, he still ain't gonna be guaranteed Canelo. Like we talked about, Caleb Plant last night. Caleb Plant would be a good fight for him. He got to step up. You got to step up to do it. But I don't think any of them guys at 160 gonna want to get in there with him anyway. But
I believe Caleb Plant would.
Caleb Plant, Mike, that'd be a big fight for PBC, That'd be a hell of a fight. And it's time for Caleb Plant to make that step up, man. Now, they need to push that guy a little more. I mean, anytime people run around here talking about some damn Billy Joe Saunders, the hell, man. With him and his little pity-pat action, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. That's one thing, I disagree with the UK for a lot, man. But they support some fighters, man, that really don't deserve any support, man. I mean, to me, Billy Joe ain't really nothing, man. He running around there impersonating the fight. You know, I move, I'm quick, I move. Look at me. You know, but he ain't gonna do no damage. He looked like shit his last fight, but they still talk about him like, you know, he's that dude. He got something to really offer, like he's a star. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. You know.
Hey, you know, they from the UK, so they support their people, man. You feel me?
Yeah. You know, you can have 10 losses, man. They still coming out to you. Look at
hey,
man,
I let you know the difference. The difference in nationalities. You feel me?
Yeah.
Black fighter get
even
one loss. A black fighter get one loss, two loss. We ready to shut their career down.
We disown them. We done with them.
You feel me?
Oh man, what the Supreme Beast Boxing Talk say? Big Charlo got to fight Dudu
Andre.
Man, Andre ain't gonna get in there. I feel you though. I still want to see it.
Hey, we talked about that. We talked about that last night.
Yeah, still want to see it, but I just don't think it'll happen.
Tracy Johnson, that's his brother name.
With the zone,
that's his brother name.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
brother,
man.
Remember last night I couldn't think of his brother's name. His brother named Tracy Johnson.
Yeah, you was thinking about
it. Tracy Johnson. He boxed too. He was boxing at heavyweight. I can tell you a little bit of his numbers. It's Demetrius Andre's brother though. They got the same father.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. I definitely want to see that fight, man. I wish Andrade had went on and went through with that last fight that they had signed the fight, man, way back in the day. We should have had 2 or 3 matches up with him and Jamel, man. Shoot, that should have been went down. But now if the zone go belly up, you know, and these guys is free agents running around, you know, hey, we might increase our possibilities of getting that type of fight, you know. But it's a journey on that, man, and we're gonna get to that too here in a little bit, man. But I wanted to mention also, man, in the UK here on November 20th at Sheffield, England. This one of the boxing promoters, Dennis Hobson, is going to stage the first ever drive-in boxing event where people are going to pull up in their cars and sit in their cars and watch a boxing match. And the boxing match is going to be Tommy Franks versus Kyle Youssef. Both fighters are unbeaten for a British flyweight championship at Carr Park at Sheffield Stadium, November the 20th. Man, this guy Tommy Franks was supposed to fight for the IBO title in February, but since the pandemic, that fell out. So his promoter's still working hard, providing opportunities. Got him this one, and you know, you got to take your head off to him, man, because it was you know, he used his head on this to try to really make something happen, man. So that's something that Eddie Hearn don't know nothing about. But we'll see how that turned out. November the 20th, man. But you know, hey, by that time, the England may be already letting everybody fight again like that, man. So we'll see. But I just thought that was interesting, you know, because we ain't even thought about nothing like that over here. Mike 202, Dudu Andre, Supreme Beast Boxing Talk, yeah. Yeah, he's something else, man. He's something else. He should have took that damn fight, man. That's what boxing needs, man. And this whole thing, oh man, I hate to keep talking about it, man, but they've been talking about it even this morning, man. They was on Finance again, man, talking.
Hey,
freaking.
Talking about Gary Russell.
Yeah, you saw that, huh? Yeah.
You see the interview that On the Ropes did with him.
No, I didn't see the On the Ropes.
On the Ropes did On the Ropes, he did a live interview with Devin Haney's father this morning.
Oh, okay.
And but it was break down. You know what? Hold on. They can hear. They'll be able to hear. We can play it.
Yeah. Oh man, good brother KC Boxing Network is in the building. My big bro coming through, man. Oh wow, man. Hey, I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you, fam. Hey, man, thank you for all your support, man. Your words, the guidance, and everything, man. You inspire me to try to do this thing, my brother. I want you to know that, bro. Been meaning to tell you, I was gonna call you this morning if you had that call-in show today, and I was gonna let you know, my brother. But since you're here, you coming through, man, I got to tell you now. So I just want you to know that, good brother, man. From the heart, man. I appreciate you so much, man. You know, it wouldn't even be no Blackstar Sports TV at this day and this time if it wasn't for my good brother KQKC Boxing Networks, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you to the bottom of my heart. Anybody who ain't subscribed to KQKC Boxing Network, man, y'all better hurry up and do it now. And hit your notification button, because when the singing OG come to town, you don't want to miss it. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to talk to you, OG. Man, we're going to have to take that Super Chat song of yours, man. You got to put that on, make a ringtone out of that bad boy. Contact some of these internet providers so they can put that sound effect in. So when Super Chats come in, everybody can have it. I definitely want to sample that one.
I'll show you how to do that.
We got Chopstick.
Hey,
thanks for coming by the channel, my brother. Salute tomorrow with Kill Andre. Yeah, I had to agree with you, man. Come in with that Manny Pacquiao. Go ahead, Chopsticks, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for stopping by. Let me catch up a little bit there, basement. They rolling, man. KQKC said, what it do, my brother, at KQKC Boxing Network? Yes, indeed. Definitely. Subscribe to my brothers. God Body Shine News. Salute KQKC. Yes, indeed. Bruce Goals. Salute, brother, at KQKC Boxing Network. KQKC Boxing Network says, no problem, my brother. Anytime, let me know. At KQKC Boxing Network, man. I put a link in, bro, if you want to jump on. That ain't no problem. Anything, you know, it's whatever when the brother come to town. You come take over. Lowe's D Punch Out TV, my brother from the UK, the man who run the UK. Lowe's D Punch Out TV, man. What's up, Black? What's up to you, with you, my brother? Salute to you, man. Everybody subscribe to my brother Lowe's D Punch Out, man. If you haven't already, hit that sub button. Mike 202, the real motherfucking OG. QKC Boxing Network. Ain't nothing but the truth, man. Ain't nothing but the truth. Lowe's D Punch Out, KQKC Boxing. Salute OG. Bruce Goals, Lowe's D Punch Out TV, big salute, fam. Lowe's D Punch Out TV, Bruce Goals, salute, brother. Yes, indeed. And Lowe's D Punch Out, Mike 202, salute, brother. Okay. Yeah, bro, you can go ahead, man. I had to catch up, man. Because once that thing go up, man, I may never get it back down. Be flying,
what
man.
What are we talking about? I forgot what we talking about.
Oh, man.
What are we saying?
Was it Andre? Right? We was talking about Andre. Andre and Charlo actually getting in the fight.
Oh yeah, we was talking about that. Then we also started talking about the Devin Haney, his father doing the interview on the ropes. Yeah. Hey, I'd like to give a shout out to the Leah Santa Cruz and his family too, man. You know his father passed.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Leah Santa. Hey, that's gonna be tough. His father passed last night, so my condolences go out to Leah Santa Cruz and his family. Throughout, going on. You know, he got the tough fight coming up with Gervonta Tank Davis next month.
Yeah,
you know, his father was a trainer and coach, so you know.
Oh
this
man,
this one gonna be a tough one.
Damn, man. Yeah,
prayers go out to the Santa Cruz family. I wanted to make sure we said that too, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you for mentioning that, bro. Because I sure didn't know. I didn't hear that. It's the first I heard of that, man. Dang, man. That's bad, man. Yeah, shout out to Leo Santa Cruz and his family, man. Most definitely, prayers and support and comfort in these times, man. Wow, man. Yeah, you just never know, man. I tell you. Yeah, it's gonna it's gonna be making it rough for the fight too, man. He's gonna be distracted, man. Wow, it's gonna be harder to root against him now, you know.
Yes, sir.
Conversation with Reggie Owens, brother Lowe's D. And Mike 202 says, sorry for your loss, Leo, but I don't want to hear no excuses. Man, Mike 202 hard on him, man. And hard on him. Chopsticks, I'm going for Santa Cruz in that fight. All right. I can understand, man. I can understand, but it's going to be one hell of a fight. I look forward to it, man. It's going to be entertaining for as long as it lasts. But I don't know.
Hey,
we'll see what happens.
You want to play some of that? You want me to play some of that interview from Gary Russell's father? I mean, Devin Haney's father.
Oh, yeah, he said something on there. It was yeah, I guess you can.
He basically was saying that I guess that since they sent the contract over. Remember we was talking the other night, and I was saying like I think it was last Saturday. We was talking. I'm like, man, that'll be a smooth move if Devin Haney and them pay him out of their pocket. He only asked for 1.5.
Yeah,
So for the conversation I'm getting with on the ropes with Devin Haney's father this morning is they sent the contract over to Gary Russell for 1.5. But apparently he said it didn't have the zone, it didn't have nobody on there or whatever. He's saying the zone didn't even want to take the fight.
yeah. They
So
didn't want to put money in.
so I guess really they was really trying to do some middleman shit. Like, look, we'll pay Gary out of our pocket and
Yeah,
probably come up with some numbers for them on the back end, which Gary probably would never knew nothing about. That's what I'm getting up out of it. So now
yeah,
when Gary talked to Al Heyman and his lawyer, he got up out of it that it should be more incentives in it. So apparently they supposed to be working, still trying to work it out, and put this fight together, man. You feel me? But
yeah. But you know, the biggest question to me for this fight, man, is they can make the offer, they can pay him out their pocket and everything, but they bound to this platform, and if this platform don't endorse it, all this is for nothing. So if the zone doesn't pick
okay,
it
and
up,
then listen to this. And listen to this. Listen to this. If say this. Say they pay Gary Russell themselves out their pocket. All right, you got Eddie Hearn who don't want to take the fight. Say for instance, Al Heyman don't want to take the fight. You got two platforms that don't want to take the fight. Don't you think that Devin Haney, between him and his father, even Gary Russell, between them three, and I put Gary Russell's father into it too. Them four. Between them four, you don't think they got enough money to set up their own platform?
yeah, they could. But the problem is that they are they are bound to this zone. They
If
can't
they
go
set
fight somewhere
their
like
own, listen to this. Listen, if they set their own pay-per-view up and put it at a location, film it themselves, charge everybody $50. Don't you think 10,000 or more people will buy it?
oh, no doubt about it. That sounds wonderful. But my only problem, bro, is what I'm trying to say is, since they are bound to the zone, I'm not sure they have the freedom to do that on their own, because whatever they
Well,
do on this fight,
we definitely know that Al Heyman had told Gary Russell he can venture off. But then this too, the zone gonna have to say something, because listen to this, man, the zone ain't producing no fights. That's why Canelo's suing them.
Yeah. They should be all over this fight. They should have been like, man, look, hell, I give you 5, I give you 5. Come on, hop in here.
Listen, man, listen to this. Eddie Hearn don't have the money.
Hey, what about the $1 billion though? Remember the $1 billion American takeover? $1 billion, we got $1 billion. Remember he was talking all that? Pay-per-view was dead.
And when we talked before, I told you this. Eddie Hearn was one of the first to furlough his workers when the pandemic started.
Yeah.
Not go
Bob Aaron was trying to get government
why wouldn't he?
Too.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Keep it real. Mayweather and them got money too.
Yeah.
Mayweather got money.
They had the bread to do it, and it would be good if they could pull it off. They need to, man, because that's what the sport of boxing needs. They need fights like this.
They pulled the PPP off because they got them are businesses, them corporations. Now, if they gave some of their fighters some of the money, that would be even more excellent. But they got interns. They got people who they doing the Instagrams. They got people doing the YouTube. So they got people they had to pay. So that I can see why they filed the PPP instead of just keep coming out of their own pocket. They still want to keep progressing during the pandemic.
Yeah, the zone is what go ahead and fold up, man. Go and file for bankruptcy and go and get out of there, man. Get out the damn way because they didn't do it fucking up the sport anyway. I mean, truth be told,
Eddie Hearn should stick to MMA, UFC.
Yeah,
That shit over in the UK because
because as much as he brag about
what other American fighter do we got? If Regis left, and who else do we got?
Yeah,
he got Devin Haney. He got Devin Haney and Canelo won't out.
Yeah, you kept talking about they want the American takeover, but they actually never proved that. They didn't go out and get the top talent in America. How are you going to conquer a market and you don't have the fighters that are popular in that market? What sense does that make? It's crazy. Oh, my brother, let me get some God Body Sean news. It kind of goes attached to what you were just saying a minute ago. He said, that's why I was wondering, OG, did Jamal Herring give up sort of because of the passing of his daughter? So, Jamal Herring retired.
When?
Yeah, he just did. What was it? Was it yesterday? There's God Body Sean. Yesterday or the day before? Just recently, he decided to do that. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
He posted that.
Yeah. Kurt Anderson is in the building, man. The encyclopedia of boxing is in the building. My brother Kurt Anderson, man. Salute to you, my brother. Yes, indeed.
He out here anyway.
I'll put a link in there. Anybody want to jump in a little bit too, as well. You go ahead, my brother.
See if I can get the interview.
Okay. Bruce Goals, Kurt Anderson, salute fam. Yes, indeed.
See if I get the interview with him, man.
Salute Curtis Anderson. ABN. Leo. Yes, indeed. Lowe's D Punch Out. Salute to you, my good brother. Let me try to slide this. Okay, slide. All right, here we go. KQKC. Boxing Network. Salute to ABN, my brother. Yes, indeed. Body Sean News. Share the stream to 3 people in your contacts. It don't cost a thing. Oh, man, thank you, my brother. Appreciate you. Yes, indeed. Good brother. God Body Sean News. It was on ESPN. Yeah, I saw that. I saw it on there, too. You're right. Came on ESPN.
It came on ESPN what?
The news about Jamal Herring.
That might be fake news, man.
I don't know. It coming from his home.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, true. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying I'm right here on this Instagram. And he was just his kids live here in Cincinnati. They was just up at Top Golf yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm gonna try to shoot out. I'm about to DM him right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me get on to the next one then. Wilder's sparring partner, Junior Fa, did an interview with Sky Sports and said that he was in Wilder's training camp for the rematch with Fury, and that training camp was going well and the champ was looking good, but towards the end of the training camp, the champ injured his arm, his bicep. He said he couldn't verify to the extent, but he knew that there was an injury. And we know that after the fight, the champ had to have surgery. So we got validated that it was hurt pre-fight, and after the fight, we know that he did have to go to surgery. So something definitely was wrong with that right hand at some point. But I think he's a pretty credible witness, though, man, because he did spar with AJ before too. He's an undefeated fighter coming up, man. He's trying to get that opportunity to fight Joseph Parker. So for this all coming, okay, hold on, man. The good brother Trick Nolte coming through here. All right, good brother Trick Nolte in the building. What do you say, brother? How you doing?
Hey, what's shaking, man? How y'all doing, man?
Good, brother.
Salute.
All right, man. We just chopping it up, man. Talking that boxing. You know how we do. Yes, indeed.
I think I sound like I'm a second behind or something.
Is it a little lag on? Is it you, or you think it's the stream itself?
Might be me.
Man. Yeah. Anybody in the chat? Is it the stream, or is it just one of us that's doing that? Can someone let us know?
It might have just been him because you ain't lagging.
Okay.
He ain't lagging no more
Man,
either. Is it delayed on our end? On your end? It ain't delayed on my end.
yeah, I'm trying to see here. Let me see if I move around. No,
Y'all hear
maybe
me?
a slight. I
Yeah,
don't
we can
know.
hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, we good, bro. What's going on, my man? What you been up to? Come in and talk some boxing with us.
Was Joppy still coming on the show?
Oh man,
Blackstar.
I didn't get to. Okay, yeah, I didn't get to tell you. Yeah, man. Yeah, something came up, man. The champ is not gonna be able to make it this week, man. We're gonna have to redo that thing. He been, busy, got some things going on, man. He was trying to fit us in there, man, but unfortunately it didn't work out this time, man. It was a good time because like I say, man, we just broke 100 subscribers and everything. We was gonna celebrate, man, kick it with the champ. Let the champ tell us all about it, his ins and outs and all this stuff that's going on, man. But we'll get to that, no doubt about it, man. The good brother Trick Nolte, man. I tell you, he was the brother that really put it together. So big thanks to him, man. Salute to that brother, man. He gets into work, man. This guy here is something else, man. Yes, indeed. For sure. Man. Where you at now, Trick, man? You at the gym, bro?
No, I'm at the crib, man. I'll probably go to the gym later.
Okay. Yeah, man, it was messed up. You was on the treadmill on the Instagram, man, and they showing you food while you're running, man. That's wrong, man. How they do a brother like that, man? Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that ain't no good, man. Make you want to go get a burger when you leave there. But man, that discipline make you not do it though.
Yeah, you was getting it in, bro. I commend you for that, man. Because I'd have jumped off that treadmill. I'd have been down at the burger barn, man. I got any two with cheese on it. I can get the burger on that. Hey, man, gotta make it happen, man. Yeah, we was talking about the wildest spawn partner, talking about the wildest injury, and how we know before that he said it happened just before the fight, and we know he had surgery right after. So we know at some point something happened to that hand, to that arm. It's not the first time he did something to his arm either. So we'll see on the trilogy how important that really was. Wait a minute, I got lost in here. Okay, wait.
Am I still y'all? Excuse me, I didn't even cut you off. Am I lagging?
I think a little bit, but you okay? You got that off, just a little bit, just a little bit. God Body Shine News. It was an older article.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sit with you on my phone. Hold on a second.
All right, bro. Lowe's D Punch Out TV. Congratulations on your first 100 Black. Man, thank you there, brother Lowe's D. Man, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad you came through, man. Celebrate with us, man. Tell you, KQKC wasn't joking when he told me, man. They was the toughest to come by, man. They've been pretty tough, but hey, we got it. So I'm celebrating that for sure. Lowe's D Punch Out TV. Trick Nolte, salute to you, my brother. Yes, indeed. Man, yes, indeed. Yeah, Trick then jumped off. I think he's trying to switch apparatuses real quick and jump back on here with us. Yeah, man. Yes, indeed. Yeah, because now they didn't set it up December 19th, man. Las Vegas, the trilogy, man. It's on. It's on. As far as Bob Burnham saying, he's hoping for that 10, 15,000 like you were saying yesterday. He's hoping for it. We'll see what happens, man. I like to see it because I tell you, man, I'll get one of them seats just to be way up there with the knockers. Knockers that come down.
Was this today? Was this today? They announced that today?
Well, no, I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, 11. Yeah, yesterday. Oh, here goes good brother Trick Nolte coming back, man. Let's see here. Get him on back.
I tried it on my phone because I was on my laptop, man. It was kind of lagging for some whatever reasons.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you in it good now, bro. You sound clear and everything.
All right.
Yes. Yeah,
y'all
man.
Hear me?
They talking about that trip, man. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we was talking about that trilogy, man. December 19th, man. They got the date set now. It's about to be on and cracking.
Vegas.
Man, I hope
Vegas still a spot.
Yeah, they Raiders Stadium still. Yeah. Hopefully, man. they'll open it up and let some of us get in there, man, so we can get one of them cheap seats way up at the top, man. That's where I want to be. I want to see all that. I want to see Fury hit the mat. And the referee better keep his ass out the way. Don't jump down on no knee screaming in the man's ear, waking him up like it did last time. Well, the time before the
Hey,
last.
I could have sworn he put smelling salt up under that man's nose.
Yeah, I mean, do you see how he ran over to him? He gets on his knees, and then he's screaming his ear. Hey!
He hit the ground, and next thing you know, as soon as he ran over there and got on top of it, that motherfucker jumped straight the fuck up.
Yeah, because his first movement was, because you could tell he was startled by the guy screaming in his ear. I mean, he was this close. He looked at him like, what the hell? And he even admits in the interviews, man, he was out cold. He wasn't getting up. But when does a referee jump all the way down on one knee?
When he hit his head, that's what woke him up. He was asleep on the way down, and when he hit his head, that's what woke him up.
Nah, he don't hear shit till number 6. When that man said 6, he said. When he heard 6, he did just like that, man. He was out. But you see, that was the thing, man. That's one thing that the champ got to look for in this one, man. Because that's the tendency that Tyson Fury has. It's two things he does a lot, man. And he got caught in it that time, man. Nobody really talk about it. Tyson Fury, for the most part, he likes to lean back straight like this. And a lot of times that'll help him, with a shorter fighter. He'll lean back or he'll duck down. And when he ducked down in that 12th round, he got caught with that 3-piece. And it was beautiful. It was right on time and everything. As soon as he went to that move, we caught him right on it. And he'll keep doing that. But what the champ got to realize is, what action did you do? Him do that action. That's how you can set him up. If I do a certain thing and you respond that same way, I'm gonna set you up with that again. So when you respond, I'm gonna catch you with it as soon as you go with it. So if we pay attention to stuff like that, that's gonna aid him too, man. That's gonna definitely aid him, because that's one thing I noticed about because like when they show Fury, man, they'll say, look how his defense, look how he dodging things. All he doing is leaning back. The guy's missing, not because he's doing this great movement. It's just that he's just out of reach now. He's so tall and out the way. If you're 6'2", I mean, there's no way you're gonna catch him on the chin. So you can swing all kind of combinations. All he gotta do is lean back and he's safe. But Deontay Wilder's got to get in there. He got to get in there, and he got to get them roughed out bruising tactics, man. He's too clean of a fighter for this guy. He got to go on there and get dirty with him. Go on there and get some mud on you. Get on in there and rough up. If he get in there and he stay in there like that and adjust, man, Tyson Fury ain't gonna do nothing but get on his back foot. He gonna have to move because he got to create a little space himself. He needs a little space to operate too. It ain't just Wilder, and he got to flip it like that, And if he does that, man, he gonna put that cat's mind in the right set. And then the other thing, Deontay Wilder knows that his right hand is the most feared weapon in boxing. You always seeing Fury doing this old feinting shit, but he ain't gonna hurt nobody. But he's throwing them little feints and you buying it. Why? Why you buy it? Fuck them feints. Shoot him a few and then catch him with a real one. If he want to respond, he got to. He can't afford to get hit by your right hand, because if you catch him, it's money. He know it already. So those are things that he got in his back pocket. He gonna have to exploit. He got to go out there, and he can't go out there with no friendship and let's just have a friendly sparring match. No, hell no. I'm coming out here. I'm whooping your motherfucking ass, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I know what you did last time. You gonna pay today, motherfucker. You gonna pay and put that ass whipping to him. If he going there like that, man, we know it. Because look what he did to Stavern that second fight, man. He gave Stavern a look, and he went after Stavern like a killer, man. And you knew. And Stavern knew. I mean, oh, man, as soon as he grazed him with the right hand, he was done.
Listen to this. I'm a Wilder fan, though. Stavern, he was already beat, man. The second fight, he was already beat. He was beat before he got in the ring. See, that's one thing we got to say, man. And I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. I love him to death. I support him. The thing is, Tyson Fury is not scared of him. Everybody else.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Man, listen.
He worried about that damn right hand.
Listen, you ain't going to find a bigger Wilder fan than me. I love
That
it.
may be hey, bro.
But listen, Fury was the only person to ever come forward and make Deontay Wilder go back.
And it worked one time. Now,
So,
you
man,
think it's going to happen?
I'm a Wilder fan. I want him to win. But you don't think that Tyson Fury is going to work on that same thing again? That's why for Wilder to win this fight, Wilder has to get off that flat foot shit. And he gonna have to box him. The one hit quitter is not really working with Fury, bro. It's not working with Fury. The man didn't got up.
Yeah, he got up, but he didn't get up.
Man, come on, bro. The man got up, man. He didn't do what everybody else he done fought did. So for Wilder to win this fight, bro, I'm telling you, he gonna have to box a little bit, and then get Wilder tired.
I don't disagree with the box a little bit. I don't disagree with it, but I can say this, my brother. And he can't go in there.
He can't go in there with that flat foot shit, throwing that baby fake ass, that tap jab, and just think he's just gonna test Tyson Fury in one punch, and it's gonna be over with, man.
That was a good point you made about the tap jab, because he did do a lot of that little weak shit, man. I don't know what the hell that was.
That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. That's not going because guess what? Tyson Fury is not gonna go backwards. That's why Tyson Fury came forward. He like, man, the nigga ain't even throwing nothing. I'm going backwards just because I'm going just to go backwards. It ain't like Deontay Wilder throwing no real jabs, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I love him to death. He's a knockout artist. But when you got a motherfucker who ain't afraid of you,
yeah, but you
gotta do something different, man. I don't know if Deontay Wilder had enough time to train to change up his style for the Fury fight. I want him to knock Fury out, but I don't know if he didn't have enough time because he always had bad habits, and when you've been practicing bad habits for so long, it's hard to break.
Yeah, that's true, man. I want
Wilder to win.
He's got to go in there and fight, man. Yeah, he just got to go in there and fight, man. He can't go in there pussyfooting around. He got to go in there and seriously take the fight to him, man. And don't worry about what he's trying to do.
Who has Wilder really ever fought like that? Everybody else, he knocked them out. He ain't never really had to fight nobody like Tyson Fury. Everybody else was not. It was night. Ain't nobody. Even though he went 12 with old boy that first time, that was a bullshit 12, man.
12 with who? Which one? You talking about
who we talking about? Who he knocked out the second fight?
Oh, Louis Ortiz. Nah, that first Louis Ortiz fight.
Oh, the big dude with the dreads, man.
Oh, Stavern. Yeah.
Stavern, yeah.
Don King. Yeah.
Stavern.
Yeah, man. But I just Wilder just got to go in there and go to work, man. He can't go in there and worry about what he's going to do. He got to impose his will. He got to go in there and let him know, okay, everything you did in that last fight, whether people believe it or not, or whatever they feeling, it don't matter. I'm going to get in this damn ring. You're going to line up in front of me, and I'm going to put the whack to your ass. That's what he's going to have to do.
Listen to this. If you was training Wilder, what would be your game plan for Wilder to win the fight? What would be your approach?
You got to take the fight to him, man. He can't back up. He can't be backing up and giving the ground to him and trying to fight off his back foot. He got to be able to. He got to go. He got to be the aggressor. If he's not coming forward, he got to be turning his opponent. He's gonna go to the body and come to the head, or throw some uppercuts, throw some hooks, mix it up. Don't just load up for one right hand. He waiting on. He trying to time you, and then he coming there with that little feint stuff to knock you off your timing. Don't wait on him. Don't let him get off first. Don't give him nothing. Go to his ass. Go in there and say, I don't give a damn if I gas out and fall out. I just gas out and fall out. But I'm taking it to his ass, and I'm a bet that I'm gonna catch his ass. And at some point, he gonna catch him because Tyson Fury can't do but so much movement, man. He moves around, but he ain't that damn normal. He, like I say, he leans back and he leans forward. Those are two of his major things of getting out of punches, man. If you get inside his ass and you attack the body and you go to the head and don't just be a one punch trick pony, man. He just way too much on that one right hand, too much. You mix it up. If you throw that right hand, there's ways to disguise that right hand. Throw a 4-punch combination. Throw that punch as the 4th punch in the combination. I guarantee you it'll land because he got to worry about getting touched. Tyson Fury don't want to be getting touched all night, man. You got little guys like Steve Cunningham dropping his ass, so he know he can't take too many of them damn punches. So he's not trying to sit there. Oh man, shout out to Stormy B, man, in the building, man. Well, welcome, my brother. Welcome to the live stream there. Yes, indeed, Stormy B, man, in the building. Come on out that basement boxing talk. I've been saying this.
Blackstar.
Oh, I think Stormy B is agreeing with you, my man.
Blackstar.
Trick go. Yes, sir.
I want to comment on that with Wilder. I was talking to Tim Witherspoon, and when Tim Witherspoon fought taller fighters, he looped his right hand, and I think that's what Wilder need to do. He need to set that right hand up. So I mean, he set that right. So I think he should double jab. Just talking with Tim Witherspoon, I agree with him. He should double jab. He could jab to the stomach and loop that right hand instead of throwing it straight. He don't have to throw it straight all the time. I think if he throw that right hand, he loop it. He can catch him right on top of the head. Well, not so much on top of the head, but right there on the side of the temple. He can get him out of there like that. And just going on what Basement was saying. Wilder told on himself a while back when he was saying, "Oh man, I don't do no road work," and then one time I saw him, jumping rope. I mean, he jumped rope like kids in the schoolyard. You know what I'm saying? So it's some things that he do need to work on. He got time to do it, but at the same time, and looking at Tyson Fury, they're gonna have eyes on him while gloving up and doing this situation, wrapping hands. He might have that Margarito complex. Was when Margarito fought Shane Mosley, when they caught Margarito, when he went in the ring, he wasn't the same person. And Shane Mosley jumped all on him. I mean, I could see Wilder probably going in there jumping on him, because he may have it in the back of his mind, like, hey, I cheated the first time and I got away with it. I can't do it this time.
Yeah. And Wilder knows that if he doesn't get the job done this time, then that's it for him. He's not gonna get another crack at him, so he got to make this one count. He can't be fucking around. He got to go to his ass. And if he's aggressive and he goes in there and he really jumps on him, he gonna win some rounds. Because Tyson Fury gonna get on the defense. He gonna have to protect himself. He can't stand there and go and really try to trade with him openly like that and get caught with something. That's the last thing he wants to do. He's gonna be Mikey Garcia against Earl Spence. High guard like a motherfucker. He gonna shell up. He gonna have to. Because he don't want to get caught with that. But like you said, and I totally agree, he got to disguise the right hand. And that's going to create him to do other things. And that's going to contribute to him winning rounds. Don't just throw the right hand like that. Go to the body. Go over the top. Shoot an uppercut. Show him something different. You can't sit back and just think you got it. Go ahead, Basement. Go ahead, my brother. I'm sorry.
I ain't trying to cut you off. I respect everybody. I respect everybody's decision. Everybody's opinion.
I got a question.
Yeah.
With Wilder and Earl Spence both coming off life-changing events, which one of y'all think gonna be affected more when the lights come on?
Wilder. Who I think it affect more?
Wilder.
Because listen to this. I don't want to get off the subject though. Right now, as you look, like I done watched previous interviews with Earl Spence, and I always paid attention. I always follow Earl Spence. Earl Spence, his last few fights, his problem was, like a lot of fighters, cutting the weight at the end. Man, I heard the conversation he did with Brian Custer, and he said the interview he did with Brian Custer, and he said that the day before the Mikey Garcia fight, he had to lose 4 pounds before he got on the scale. And he did that in the song. I'm looking like, damn, I lost 4 pounds, and he came out there and did that to Mikey. Now, fast forward, he didn't have the car accident and everything, but we didn't have this pandemic. Right now, Earl ain't got to worry about cutting no weight. If you look at the little clips of him right now, he had weight damn near right now. I think we're gonna get a more focused Earl because he knows exactly what happened, and he appreciate to still be here. You don't see him posting shit with his boys no more. It's more family, him and his daughter. You feel me? Him and his 2 daughters. So I feel that it's gonna more of a life changing moment for Spence, and Spence will be able to take full advantage of this one. It's gonna affect Deontay Wilder more because Wilder know now, like a lot of fighters did. Some people don't want to get knocked out no more. Some people don't want to take that punch. Prime example, Adrian Broner. After he fought Marcos Madonna, he's never been the same fighter. His offense went straight to defense, and the defense ain't shit. So I'm saying this. By Spence not being knocked out in the fight, being in the car accident, knowing that it's a miracle that for him to be here, I see him taking more full advantage of this, and I feel it affecting Wilder more because Wilder got knocked the fuck out. And it might be that in his mind, I can get hit like that again and don't want to get hit like that. That's my point.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, bro. That could be a possibility, but the one thing we can't account for is we see Errol Spence. We know what Errol Spence is doing. We don't know what the champ doing right now. So that's the one thing that only leaves a little doubt. But for the most part, we
don't know what the champ doing. True that. I'm not taking nothing away from him. I'm just saying it. And like I said, I'm a Wilder fan. It's gonna take a whole different approach. It's going to take a whole different approach than what we ever seen Deontay Wilder do to actually beat Tyson Fury unless he knocked him the fuck out. Because listen to this, if you look at all Deontay Wilder's fights, he don't win rounds. He don't win too many rounds.
I give you that. That's for sure. That's for sure.
You feel me?
And a lot of times,
so if he come in the fight with Tyson Fury and he don't knock him out, that's why I say he got to come there with a different approach, and he got to box because he can't afford to give rounds up.
Yeah, but don't you think being more aggressive and attacking more is going to kind of balance that out a little more? Because a lot of times you see when
if the knockout is not there.
Well, who's to say it ain't going to be there? Yeah, that's the other thing. If you catch that chin, that motherfucker.
It's a possibility that it is there. It's a possibility that ain't. But what if the knockout is not there? Is Deontay Wilder prepared to outbox him? Because that's what it's going to take.
Now, that's a good point. That's a good point. And Stormy B Man had mentioned that too. So that is a good point. No, I'm not really disputing that, fellas. My only thing is, the aggression to me was lacking more than anything. It was too much retreat. It was too much, almost like submission in that ring.
You could come in there like a raging bull. If you don't get the knockout.
Did you see all the respect that he was giving him in that first fight? He wasn't trying to really get in there and do a lot. He just tried to do clowning, and he 20 feet away, sticking his tongue out, but he know he out of danger. But when they get a chance to lock up, he was ready for defense. He was ready to move, ready to slip. He was trying to do whatever because he didn't want to get hit with that damn right hand. He worried about that. There ain't no way around that. He worried about that fucking right hand. That's all they talk about. But he was training to attack that right hand. But if you go in there and you get in his ass and you put him on the defensive, you can't relax and just react to things no more. You're gonna be on your heels. You're defensive now, So that would, I think, give him a little more, a chance to really assert himself and set up the knockout or even win the rounds. If you go out there and you really put it on him in the round, you got to win the round. But if you're sitting back waiting on him to take the lead in the fight, that's putting you a step behind anyway. Why do that? Go get him. That's all I'm saying. Just go get him.
I hear what you're saying, But I'm trying to visualize what you saying. Deontay Wilder to go get him. And we ain't ever seen that, bro. I mean, we done seen him when he hurt motherfuckers, or when he just stunned a motherfucker, he go attack a motherfucker like that. But do you think that is just the answer, just to go forward and attack Tyson Fury? No, bro. Because Tyson Fury,
I mean, how was that the answer for Fury? A guy who don't have no power, but the guy with power can't do the same thing. How does that work out? The guy with power, if the guy with no power can come forward and win, why can't the guy with power
have movement with it too? He's not standing still. A lot of motherfuckers that Deontay Wilder fight, they shell shock. They stand still. They right there.
True.
That's why I'm telling you that Deontay Wilder is gonna have to box, bro. He gonna have to get on his toes, and he gonna have to move around. He gonna have to move.
I don't want him to stand still. That's not what I'm saying. I don't want him to stand still.
You saying for him to go straight forward, that might not just be it. Because Tyson Fury ain't scared of.
You can go at somebody and not come in a straight line. I mean, if I'm coming at you and I'm turning you, I'm still coming at you. But I don't have to be straight directly in front of you. If I'm doubling up on the left jab and I'm circling to the right, I can hit you, come to the right, then hook you to the body, bring it to the head, something else. I don't have to come in a straight line. I don't have to, you got to get in there. That's for sure. But you can't afford to step back. You can't do that. That's all I'm saying.
I feel what you're saying.
Hey, let me catch you.
Like
man, they done really went on here a little bit. Hold on, we'll pick it right back. Just hold your thought for 1 second, good bro. Let me read some of these because it done went up on me. God Bonnie Shaw News says, I don't like Fury at all, but I got to give it to him. He a technical giant. Only way Deontay can win is with the Porter style. So he can't use his range, but I'm still skeptical about them gloves because Tyson.
That's the glove situation. Too. They ain't forgot about that shit.
Yeah.
They ain't forgot about the glove situation.
Yeah, and then God Body says didn't knock out Wilder, but somehow knock out Wilder is weird. Okay, there we go. All right, got a good brother Stormy B joining us, man. Let me finish these comments though, fellas. I am behind pretty good there. I don't want to display the chat there. Welcome to Stormy B. Let me finish these reading these chats though. Wilder, Stormy B said Wilder going to have to win rounds decisively. It's the roadmap towards victory. I totally agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I definitely do. ABN, I'd attack Fury. One thing is for sure, other than Fury cheating, he doesn't have punching power. Wilder does. Just attack the KO will come. That's got to be his focus, I think. I think that, for me, because that last, oh, goodness, wait a minute now. I am way behind. I'm sorry, fellas. I did fall back here a little bit. Okay, let me get Curtis Anderson here. Fury TKO's Wilder in 9. Oh, no. Come on now. No, bro. Don't say that. Don't say that, man.
I got him KOing him in 8 rounds.
Say what?
Man, you a trick, man.
What you say?
I got him getting him out. I got him getting out of there in 8 rounds. And let me say this, man. See, this is why I always go back and watch the old fights, man. I'm gonna give y'all a example. You remember the first Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward fight? You remember how they fought? How Gatti fought? Okay.
Yeah.
He was taking a beating in there. The second fight, what did he do? He boxed. The third fight, he boxed, and he won those fights. Wilder's gonna have to box, man. I mean, I know a lot. I'll be looking at people's channels, man, and they saying this and that about Wilder, but they ain't none of them say, man, Wilder need to box, man. Wilder, he gonna knock Fury out. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. No, he need to box, man.
I'm here to say it.
And my thing is, when he come forward, he's still gonna go back in a straight line because that's what he's always done. And I would say, leopards can't change their spots, man. I got Fury stopping him, man. I mean, I like Wilder and everything, man, but I think Fury just got his number. I've been wrong before, but I got Fury stopping him, man. I just think that he got Wilder's number, and I think once them lights come on Wilder again with all that pressure, it's gonna be Fury, man. Fury gonna get him out of there. So.
Well, I can
Kurt Anderson say 9 rounds. I got him doing it in about 8.
Yeah, I see, man. Y'all hard on my brother, man. Y'all hard on my brother. But I tell you, I got to say this though. He got nothing to lose now. I mean, he already done hit bottom. Everybody shitting on him. Everybody done threw him in the trash can. You know, he ain't got nothing but this is his only chance to redeem himself. This is one lick he got. If he don't get it done now, then that's gonna be it for him. Because they already ready to bury him, and he just done. Now, you know why have the trilogy, right? That's where they at with it. Man, I think he's going to go in there and he's going to do. And plus, talking to Big George Foreman, man, I'm pretty sure George probably told him the same thing that you saying, because I do admit that he needs to do some more things technical. But I just feel like whatever he's doing, he has to include aggression. And I'm not saying that, you know, because I'm not saying not to outbox him, but just be aggressive. I felt like he waited on him to go first too many times. He paused, he hesitated, he stepped back. You add all that together, man, and you got a guy coming forward. That spells defeat for you. You can't beat this guy walking backwards. You know, it's hard. I mean, unless you Sugar Ray Robinson or somebody that is really good off the back foot, which we know he's not. Why put yourself in there? Just like why would you go in the corner in the corner and just lay up against the corner in the corner with the guy standing across you like it coming at you? You giving him the advantage. Don't give him that advantage. That's all I'm saying. But hey fellas, let's go ahead and welcome the good brother Stormy B Man up in here, man. Hey Stormy, man, how you doing, good brother?
Hey man, what's good with everybody, man? Salute to everybody on the panel here. Salute to the chat. What's happening?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey, I agree with Trick and I agree with Basement, man, that Wilder is in trouble, man. And this is not to crap on him, but this is about to take, an acknowledgement of what is. You know, he's gotten away with being a powerful puncher and everything, but he also got exposed on certain things. And when I use that term exposed, I'm not saying like, oh, he wasn't what he has been. No, what was exposed is what limitations he has, what hasn't been built around him as he's gone along. The fact that Wilder can get you out of there with a punch is it's a very dangerous thing and something to take note of. But when somebody has a little bit more than that, meaning the ability to absorb punishment, to dish punishment, and who can box as well at the same time, and let's not forget this, who's confident enough to not be afraid of you because you punch, okay? Because in boxing, you get punched. That's what Fury brings to the table. Plus, Fury can box. He actually outboxed Vladimir Klitschko, who was the reigning heavyweight champion at that time, right? And he outboxed him easily, pretty much. He had Klitschko afraid to throw his right hand because of his movement and how he was able to give angles, his feints. So he put Klitschko in a position to be second, where he had most of his career been first in the fights where he had been victorious. With Wilder, it's the same thing. He's been first against guys who had limitations against him. One being his height and his reach. The second being his ability to be able to punch. And so now you have a guy where he doesn't have the advantages of height and reach, and a guy who can box himself, who can actually dish it out. Wilder has to do something else now. He has to be able to show that he can put rounds in the bank. That's something that we've never seen from him. Even against the Ortiz 2 matches, he was losing, okay, before the knockouts. So you cannot be at the top level of the sport, the elite level, where it's supposed to be the number 1, the number 2, number 3 guy, and get away with not being able to box. Okay? And we're not talking about boxing against C-class opponents. We're talking about boxing against elite fighters. And Fury is an elite fighter. If you go back to Emmanuel Stewart's comments about him from a few years ago, he told you he was going to be the one to watch. And he said Wilder too, but for 2 different reasons. He said that he felt that Fury is the toughest heavyweight out there. Plus, he can box. Now, go back to the first fight in the 12th round when Wilder put him down. When he got up, he won the rest of the round and had Wilder on the defensive. And I'm going to tell you, that did something to him psychologically because nobody had ever done that. Nobody ever got up and then took the fight to him. Fury won the rest of the round. The only difference was Wilder got a knockdown in the round, but Fury won the rest of the round and had Wilder covering up and moving backwards because he was coming on. And I'm telling you, he observed that in his camp, and they decided, you know what, looking at that film, they said, we're going to take the fight to him because he didn't respond well to that. And guess what? In the rematch, he responded the exact same way. When Fury got aggressive, he fought exactly like he did against Fury in that 12th round. Go back and look at the tape for yourself. This is where you know they did their homework. Wilder was supposed to be able to bring something different in the second fight. He didn't. Fury did, and that was the difference.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, man. I tell you, but
That's
that's a
what
good
I've been
point, Tommy. But I tell you, man, I just feel like, man, if he's not motivated to go out there and make some changes, and I'm pretty sure Big George probably pointed that out to him. At least I'm hoping so, because I don't think he listens to his corner the way he should. And I know A-Trick, man, we talked earlier this week about that on the phone, man. Remember, we was talking about that, and you told me what you had heard from some of the fighters, man. I had to say, I totally agree with it, man. I think that he doesn't listen to his corner as much as he needs to, man. And for that, man, it kind of puts him at a disadvantage. But discipline is definitely key. And if he disciplines himself and applies himself, he can make some changes. Now, I'm not saying he's going to wake up tomorrow and be Sugar Ray Leonard or nobody like that out there. But I think he got enough tools in his ability, well, not tools, but ability, that in conjunction with being focused and dedicated and applying himself, he can have some positive change that's going to be more effective in the fight, and where he could possibly get a few rounds, because he don't have a bad left jab, but it's just that he needs to lean on that more, and don't put that little pity pad out there. When you put that jab out there, stick that. I mean, watch some Larry Holmes tape, man. If you want to know how to use a jab, watch Larry Holmes. That's the one right there. It's not like he can become Larry Holmes that fast, but you get the understanding of what you need the jab for. And then he applies that, I think it could help him out.
I have a question. Is it true that they bringing is Malik Scott is training him? Is that true?
Training Wilder?
Yeah, Malik Scott.
No, I haven't heard that, man.
Anybody heard anything about Malik Scott training him?
I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one either. Yeah, yeah, man. That's why I say we don't really know what the champ is doing right now, man. He's something got to be brewing, man. Because I mean, I know in his heart he got to want that get back, man. And I know when you get determined like that, and you put somebody that's focused. I mean, because look how many fights you see. Look at Durant in the first fight against Sugar Ray, man. He won that fight coming forward. He was just aggressive. He was throwing whatever. He got a hell of a chin, so he could take that gamble. but that kind of determination affects the scoring judges as well. So if you go out there and you're the aggressor and you constantly on them like that too, a lot of times if the judges like that style, they might give you the round. I mean, so I don't know. I know that there's some adjustment need to be made. I just don't think it's just so far fetched that Fury is so far here that it's insurmountable or anything like that. I don't see that.
Well, Blackstar, let me ask you this. Do you think that Deontay Wilder is a better boxer than Vladimir Klitschko?
Well, not in the case of being textbook, because I think Vladimir used his jab much better. And
it's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. You don't have to get technical about it, but it's a simple question. Do you think that Deontay Wilder is a better boxer than Vladimir Klitschko?
I plead the fifth.
Okay. Well, listen. Fury was able to outbox Klitschko pretty much easily. So here it is. The first fight with Wilder, he played a little bit of keep away and everything because he was leery of Wilder's power and everything. But when he got up from that knockdown in the 12th, there's something that happens to a fighter who gets up. Just like when Ali got dropped by Joe Frazier and everything. Something happens to a fighter who got something inside of himself. He get up, he wins the rest of the round. You know what he says to himself now? It ain't so bad. I can get up. You understand? So now, even though he has better boxing ability, naturally technical than Wilder, he has shown you he can fight Wilder two ways already. Okay? Wilder has shown you he can do one thing well. If you take that away from him, what does he have to fall back on? I'll wait for an answer. This is not an attack or shitting on him or anything like that. This is looking at boxing properly. You understand? There was fighters that certain times they say, man, he'll never hit me with that mess. You understand? Because they know what to do. Fury knew what to do. You get close to him, the power has been depreciated because he need a certain distance to get that power off. He's not an inside fighter. He's not. Okay? And he's not a boxer. So he needs to be able to punch you, but he needs a certain distance to get his punch off. If you don't give him the time and you don't give him the space, what other recourse does he have?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does require that space, and I follow your logic there, Stormy B. I really do, man. But I just feel like he just needs to throw more combinations and be a little bit more complex with that, and not so much look to throw the power shot, but just to land shots. Just land anything, hit him anywhere, just to score. And if the knockout comes, it comes. But he can't. I don't think he can afford to just not be just going there and you know what I'm saying. Like you say, Fury a better boxer than him. Okay, so what you going to do? You're not going to outbox him, but you got to do something to try to get the win. So you got to go in there and really impose your will in some type of way. And not being active and stuff like that is not going to get it for him. He's going to have to go ahead. And I ain't saying just run in there just to go and throw punches on the inside. But if you come with an aggression, I mean, Fury's going to need a little space to get his off too. So he's going to have to try to, move back here or slide over this way to create some space for himself. And then you got the tit for tat game going. And then, hey, you might get lucky and land something. But if you're not being aggressive and coming forward, it's going to be harder to land that big shot fighting like that.
But see, I would like to offer this. This is what we talk about. Like when I'm on there with Scrapbook and Kurt, when we talk about boxing today and how it's deficient as it once was known to be because certain things are not being taught in the gym. There's no reason that 40 fights in that Wilder shouldn't be a better boxer than he is. He could still be a guy who can knock you out with a punch. But you would have thought that Mark Breland, along with the other guy that he had in his corner, which I don't give him as much credit because Breland was the seasoned person in the sport. But it's no reason for him to have not brought a better skill set than what he has displayed thus far. And it speaks to what's happening across the sport where a lot of guys have had success in the sport. And I've maintained this a long time, that there have been guys in here who have won titles without even knowing how to fight. Okay. And that's why they can't retain titles, because they don't know how to fight. There was no reason that Andy Ruiz Jr. should have taken Anthony Joshua's belts from him to begin with. There was no reason. If Joshua really knew how to box, if Joshua really knew how to fight, that should have been an easy win for him.
But Joshua don't know how to fight.
And see, the thing is, you're fighting a smaller guy with shorter reach and everything. If you knew how to fight, you knew how to control that situation, get yourself on out of there, and go on to the next one. You see? But across the board and all through these weight classes and everything, you see this, and you get a inside track on why you see certain fans don't want certain matches to take place, because they can see the limitations of the guys that they like. And they want them to continue to be successful, but they don't want them in those fights that threaten their success because of their limitations and shortcomings. Do you think that it is a good teaching aspect to just continue to put people out there knowing that they don't have a complete textbook where they can be successful and they only know half of the homework? I'm not going to celebrate that. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is, because my teachers held me accountable. I got to hold others accountable, just like I hold myself accountable now. So it's like, it's not even about hating or disliking. It's about seeing what's evident. If you don't like it, prove me wrong. Get better. Go back to the drawing board, get your stuff together, and come out there and be successful. There's nothing wrong with losing, but there's something wrong with not wanting to know why you lost, try to get better, and come out and display that you have learned from the situation and be better than you were before you lost. That's what makes for a champion. It doesn't make you a champion just because you went out there and you were successful and nobody contested and you achieved something. What about the hardships? What about the travails that you have to overcome? Okay, where you had a setback, persevere, come from behind. Championship stuff. Not be a front runner and be out there, with you had it all easy in your way, and then you expect for it to always be like that. That's not life. What happens outside your door in real life? People lose things. They lose loved ones, they lose friends, they lose associations, jobs. It's a part of life. So what do? Just quit because someone is no longer here? You still got to take care of business. You still got to feed your family. You still got to pay your bills. You can't just sit down in a muddle of woe and just be like, oh, pity for me. Guess what people will do? Walk right over you, spit on you, and kick you out of the way and everything because they don't respect that. They respect people who get up and show you, get out of my way, I'm going for it.
There's facts there, Stormy. That definitely is facts, man. I can't really argue with that. But, it's going to be a hell of a fight, man. I definitely look forward to it. I'm hoping they will allow fans because I definitely would like to be able to go to it, man. I guess that's wishful thinking at this point, but hey, who's to say? They had a few fans at the football game on Thursday night, so maybe, that could be an encouraging sign, but we'll have to see how that works. But I know Bob Earn wanted to get 10 to 15,000 for that December 19th showdown, but we'll see, man. I'm hoping for the best, man. I'm hoping for the best. Sometimes the technical aspect of boxing can get complicated sometimes. You might see things and not be able to really call them for what it is, but you kind of seen it before, so but at the same time, I can't say it in a way where you can understand what I'm trying to say either, because I'm not that technically astute as my good brother there, Stormy B, man. But I definitely want to see this fight, man. I'm hoping that there's some major things going on. I just feel like his discipline needs to be intact more to where he can, he's not going to get all the way there as far as the levels with Fury, but he has to make enough improvements, like you say, to win some rounds. And however that's to be to come about, man. I mean, maybe that's a little over my head, but I know at the bare bones, he's got to be more aggressive, and I'm hoping that it pays off in some way, and the brother can get the victory. That's really, where I'm really sitting at it, because and you're right though, Fury got up, man, and it did make an impression, man. It really did, because he really thought that was it, man. He was celebrating and everything, and then he looked back and this guy's standing up again. So yeah, I guess you got to give Fury credit for that, because not many of them get back up after that. But I look forward to this fight, man. I'm really excited for it, but I'm hoping he can come out on top, because all the things that happened in that second fight, man, it's just too many questions for me. Yes, indeed, man. Okay, again, I'm trying to catch up with these comments at the same time, fellas. Yeah. Oh man, shout out to retro boxing and documentaries. The blood is in the building, man. Thank you for stopping by the channel, good brother. It's good to see you, man. Love them documentaries, man. Keep them things coming, man. I check them out every chance I get. And it was weird, man, because I was subbed to your channel, and I looked up there one day. I kept wondering why I wasn't getting the notifications, and I found out I wasn't subbed again. And I don't understand that because I ain't never unsubbed, so I had to sub again. I don't know, man. There's something going on with YouTube with that because I was like, man, because I love that Pernell Whitaker documentary too, man. I definitely love that, man. You do great work, bro. Appreciate you. Let me see here. What's next here? Retro. Yeah, Retro. And you will see my channel. Welcome to the channel, my brother. I've been through a few of your comments, but you know we've been cooking up a little bit here, man. Thanks for stopping by the channel. You much welcome and salute to you. That's indeed. Catch this here, man. All right. Like 202. Okay. See the bum carousel of Anthony Yard continues. Okay, the fight must be starting, huh?
What channel is it on?
What you say, bro?
What is it on?
It's on BT Sports. You know, he fighting over there, UK.
Yeah.
I like Anthony Yard, though, man. I have to say, though. I just felt like, for me, he just got a little too much European style. He need to get an American trainer and tweak himself just a little bit. Because he had Kovalev ass on the ropes. He had him on the ropes, man.
Them the only fights that come on tonight? Today?
ESPN got fights late on tonight, too.
On ESPN Plus?
Don't Boots Ennis fight today? Ain't that fight tonight?
Who?
Jerron Boots Ennis. Don't he fight tonight?
No, man. He fight on PBC, man.
Yeah, but they have fights tonight too. Because I know ESPN. You have to look. Is it this week or next week? It's one of them.
Nah, he fight next week.
Yeah, because
Lubin fight the 19th.
Okay.
Eric Lubinson fight on the 19th.
Okay. So yeah, same night. Okay.
And damn.
Yeah, man. I look forward to that, man. I really like Boots Ennis, man. He's a guy I'm definitely gonna be watching moving forward. Yeah, Retro Boxing says Blackstar supposed to be salute YouTube unsubs you. They hate me. LOL, but thanks. I don't hate you, bro. I'll be back to see you again, man. I even enjoyed the heavyweight series you did too, man. Yeah. I was kind of ashamed that you've been on here that long, and it took me that long to find you on here.
Hey, Blackstar got a question.
Go ahead, brother.
I don't know if y'all talked about it before I got on, but I was gonna say, which Charlo brother you think gonna outshine the other one, and give me the prediction on the fight, on their fights.
Wow. Anybody want to go first?
Yep.
No. All right, but I'll go first then.
Yeah.
I think that man, if I had to choose, I'm pressed in the corner. I guess I had to say Jamel against Rosario. Yeah, because I have to lean that way because I know one thing that Jamel is ready, man. He's ready, and not that his brother ain't, but since that Tony Harrison thing, man, he just been amped up, and he seems to be focused. You don't see him do a lot of anything other than working out, and them guys are pretty serious about what they're doing, man. And I feel like after that one loss, it then motivated something in him because the way that he went after Harrison in that rematch, man, was something else. And I think that he might actually get a stoppage, man, at some point. And I think that's what's going to make the difference between him and his brother Jamal. I think Jamal's going to have a little bit more time with Deverenchenko. But we'll have to see how it goes, man. But right now, that's how I have to say it, man. I haven't really analyzed him as much, but if you got to ask me now and I got to answer, that's where I'm at today, right now. Who else want to answer that one? Basement.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Hold on. I was in the middle of something. Hold on one second.
Retro says Jamel got the harder fight, in my opinion. It could be wrong. Could be wrong, man. I just felt like that one victory against J-Rock, man, was, how much of that was luck and how much of that was real. But I mean, he really overpowered him, so that was kind of shocking at the same time. So, and then seeing him lose to Gallimore makes me feel like there might be a room for a little, what I'm saying, there be some reasoning for that loss somehow. I don't know. I haven't analyzed it, like I say, as much, but looking at that, I haven't seen that many fights of Rosario either, so it's really unfair for me to judge him. But like I say, if I got to answer it now, that's the only way I can go with it.
All right, what was I asked? I'm back. What was I asked now?
Out of the Charlo brothers pay-per-view, which one of the Charlo brothers is going to do better than the other?
I don't know. That's gonna be a hard one.
I know.
Which one gonna do? I mean, you got. Hey, listen, because the other guy, he fought Triple G, and he barely. I mean, some people had Triple G winning. I mean, some people had dude beating Triple G or whatever, but Rosario, yeah. I think maybe the Rosario fight gonna probably be the toughest fight.
So you think
I'll offer something on that.
Go ahead, Stormy.
I think that Jamal is capable of having the better performance based on who's in his corner. He's got Ronnie Shields there, and as long as he listens to Ronnie Shields, he'll be just fine. Because I do believe he's capable, physically to do what Ronnie may ask of him. With Jamel, it will come down to one or two things. He'll deal with whatever's before him well or not. But at the same time, if he catches Rosario with something or whatever, is merely going to be on the performance. I don't necessarily think it'll be because of how he was coached through the process, if you understand what I'm saying. But for Maul, I think that he can definitely follow the blueprint of whatever Ronnie has laid out for him. And as long as he entrusts in Ronnie like that, he can be very successful. And that's just not for this fight. That's for his career. But I do believe that Mel is a different personality than his brother. And if he wins, he thinks that he wins because of him. He doesn't really adhere to what the trainer says or whatever. Because even against Harrison, he wasn't necessarily following what Derek James was saying, but he was fighting because he's capable. You understand? And at this level, at the championship level, when a guy stops learning, meaning stops listening to his corner or whatever, that's when you find out how really good he is. Because if he's disregarding his instructions and this and that, and he runs into trouble, he doesn't really have anything to fall back on but his own intuition. Okay. And so that's when you find out what he has and what he doesn't have. But Maul will be just fine. But I really, that first loss to Harrison, I don't think that was enough of a wake-up call for Mel. I don't. And that's not hating on him. It's just that, that personality glitch, it's like that will show itself in a fight eventually, especially if he's fighting class fighters. Banana appears to be a very formidable guy, but he's not as seasoned a boxer as Mel is. So it's like, if he overcomes Mel, it'll be for other reasons. It won't be because he's the better fighter or better boxer.
Okay.
Good point. And let me add to that and I'm gonna take y'all back a little bit. I'm gonna give y'all a fight, man. You remember when and I'll say Stormy can attest to this, Blood, Blackstar, a few other old school heads in here. There was a fighter named Rafael Pineda from out of Colombia, and he fought Roger Mayweather, and he knocked Mayweather out. And the guy was hungry, And then when he fought Pernell Whitaker, he lost that hunger. He came in, he was overweight. He wasn't the same person. And Pernell went in there and just starched him. Now, the way I saw and I'm going by this was because I saw that interview they did the other day, and Rosario's face, he looked kind of puffy. He was all, he's all clean. He had his chain on, and it seemed like he just wanted to be there for the moment. I could be wrong, but that's kind of what I'm seeing. And I got Jermell winning the fight, even though I still think it's going to be a tough fight. I think I got Jermell stopping him between 6 and 8 rounds. It's my opinion. And as far as Jamal goes, he needs, if he listens to Ronnie Shields, which he normally does, he box. Sometimes I like to see him, he throws a hard jab. I can see him double and triple up on that jab sometimes. And I think Jamal's gonna win by decision. It's my opinion.
Okay. Yeah. Did you go basement? I'm trying to remember.
No, I ain't go.
Okay, it's on you, my brother.
Rosario fight.
You're taking too long.
It's over in 9. 9.
The pressure.
9. It's gonna be 9. It's gonna take that one. Gonna take 9 rounds. The other fight, I got Charlo. I got Charlo in 5.
Now, which Charlo and which fight? Because you said 9 and then you said 5, but I don't know which Charlo.
No, the one against Rosario. I got him in 9.
Okay,
Charlo in 9.
Okay.
Mel in 9.
I got Mel in 9, and I got Maul in 5.
All in 5. Okay. Man, I hope you're right, bro. I hope they both can pull it out, man. But it's gonna be some real good fights, man. And what Trick Nolte talking about, man? You said $78 too much? Do you realize that's two pay-per-views in one? You got 5 championship fights in the same night.
Hey, see, if you look back at
it's 2-1. I didn't know that. I didn't know it was 2-1.
Yeah, because you got
it's a double hitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had one over because you got a lot of bantamweight championships in that night too, man. Yeah, because you came in after we talked about that. That's what that is, man. Yeah, because you got Brandon Figueroa and Damian Vasquez and John Rio Casimir and Duke Miza, plus Jamal Charlo and Sergey Jevchenko in the first part. So that's a WBO bantamweight title fight. Jamal Charlo, that's the WBC championship, and then the WBA super bantamweight is Brandon Figueroa fight. That's just the first part. Then you got a half hour interlude. Then you got 3 more. You got a WBC super bantamweight eliminator, Danny Romaine versus Juan Carlos Payano. Then you got the WBC bantamweight title bout with Luis Neri versus Aaron Alameda. And then you got Jamel Charlo versus Rosario. So there's a lot of good big time fights in that there, man. That $78 ain't that bad. I don't mind. I definitely got paid that. I got to see. Yeah, man. See, that's one good thing Al did though. Al's giving you value for the bucks though. He knows some people going to say, well, Charlos, they not pay-per-view worthy or whatever. But you look at the totality of the card though, man. Hey, what's $78 on that?
All right, so listen to this. I got a question for you.
Go ahead, my bro.
I ain't got no problem paying the $78 for the fight. But here it is. We got Charlo's pay-per-view fight. We got Gervonta Davis pay-per-view fight. We got Earl Spence, Danny Garcia pay-per-view fight. You got Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, some type of pay-per-view fight. And then we're gonna have then we got Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder pay-per-view fight. And then if they was even try to make the Gary Russell and Devin Haney a pay-per-view fight. Now all these pay-per-view fights, and we in this pandemic, some people were out of jobs. And
Yeah.
a motherfucker just sit up there and talking about $78 for this fight. Is who gonna pay $78 or $75 for the rest of these other motherfucker fights?
Hey,
yeah, but go ahead there, Trick.
Oh my bad, I'm gonna cut y'all. I had a go ahead. I'll tell you in a second.
Oh no, you good, bro. Go ahead. I was telling you, go ahead. You got it, bro.
Hey, I got a question for for the boxing historians. This is for Stormy and Blood and Kurt Anderson. Remember we was talking the other day about the brothers, Blackstar with the chins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Stormy, Kurt, and Blood. If y'all in here, I got a question for y'all. Now, Vitaly had a chin. Vladimir didn't have a chin. Orlin Norris had a decent chin. His brother Terry didn't have a chin. It seemed that the big brothers get the chins, the little brothers get the weak chins. What two brothers that were world champions were considered the best duo and had the best chins in boxing history? He said, That's a good one, huh?
Yeah. A trick with them questions, man. He be coming up with some good ones, man. You have you sitting there really got to ponder your mind on that thing, man. It's a lot of fighters to go through, you know.
You had the Tate brothers, but never won a title. Thomas did. He fought for the belt, but he didn't win. So you still here, Stormy?
He might have stepped out. He might have stepped out.
Yeah, he might have stepped out, getting him a cup of coffee or something. Yeah, man, that's man. Yeah, because we was talking about that the other day. We sure was, man.
What you think about that Basement?
Hey, that's going back in the archive. I gotta pull an archive. I gotta do some Google for that shit.
And I did my research on that too, man. There was a quarry. Like I'm saying, they won world titles.
You got me off the brain. You got. I got to do some Googling for that.
Yeah, I'm saying, I know it's kind of a historical question, but you're right. Like I say, man, like I'm saying is, it's like the big brothers get the chins and the little brothers don't. But the little brothers are the better boxers. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
What it seemed like to me, I'm using Terry Norris, Orlin Norris, and the Klitschko brothers. Like I say, both of the older brothers had chins. The little brothers didn't.
Right.
As to where, Vladimir was a better boxer than Vitaly, and Terry was a better boxer than Norris. I mean, the better boxer than Orlin. I'm sorry.
You know what?
The Spence brothers, yeah. The Rielis brothers, right.
Yeah, I got a theory on that, my brother. You know why that probably is? Because how the older brother always be trying to bully the younger brother, the first them early years in life. And then they get used to taking a punch. Then the older guy, because you're the oldest one, you ain't got to take the punch. So the younger guy also gets more skills because he didn't have to try to adapt to your bullying. So maybe that plays out from the youth,
And even the Rielis, like I'm looking in the chat, the Rielis brothers, that's right. Raphael and Gabriel, the Spinks brothers, even like with the Charlo brothers, man, both of them guys got good chins. You know what I'm saying? Both of them.
Yeah, they do. They do got good chins.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Jamel is a better boxer, in my opinion. Yeah. Go ahead and say I'm the man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Blood say I'm the man. Well, referring to himself.
Blood, I got to catch up with these things, man. I'm always behind on these things, man. Mike 202 always tell me, man, I be rolling behind these comments, man. I'm trying to keep the pace. Yeah, man, that's a hell of a question, though, man. That is a good question.
Yeah, I did my research on it. And I Googled it, and they were like it was like 20 fighters. Hold on. Yeah, it was like 20 brothers, duos, man.
Yeah, I wonder if
So
man, what's his Ray Mercer? I wonder if Ray Mercer was a younger brother, because he had one hell of a damn chin, man.
yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, you got the Darrell brothers.
Yeah.
He's got one of Ray Mercer, man. Had a brother. Oh shit. Yeah, whatever she is.
Yeah, Blood. I saw them all from the 80s and 90s. Yeah, right. That's right, Blood. Weaver triplets. Mikey and Roberto Garcia. Yep.
I think I caught up that time, fellas. Yeah. Yeah, everything be going, man. Yeah, Stormy dropped off, man. Hope you come back on here, man. Yeah, man, that's definitely interesting, man. No Blood in here, man. Blood, you want to jump on, my brother?
That's more for and Blackstar. That's kind of more for the historians. You know what I'm saying? But they were in here, so I decided to ask that question. Like I said, it's something you got to Google, because there were like 20 like brothers, paired brothers. You know what I'm saying? That were champions, and they had Vladimir Klitschko and his brother ranked number 1, which is probably about right. But like I say, my thing was it's like the big brother get the chin, the little brother don't. The little brother's a better boxer, as the big brother wasn't.
Yeah, you saying that they were saying who had they was 1 and 2 for the top brothers with the chins? Is that what they was ranked for?
No. There's not so much with the chins, but the best 2 brother duo of all time, like world champions. That's what I meant. They had them.
Okay.
They had them ranked number 1. I just Google it and see what what the deal was. That's all. That's about accurate. Yeah. That's about right.
Think so? Okay, yeah.
Between both of them.
Yeah, between them 2. Okay, I got you. Yeah, Stormy says he having internet issues, fellas, so he'll fall back in the chat. So yeah, that's interesting, man, for sure.
Roger and Floyd Mayweather. Forgot about the Mayweather brothers. Forgot about them.
Yeah,
Floyd. It's like Floyd had the better chin. All of them put together.
Yeah, he sure proved that, didn't he? That Shane Mosley fight showed me that. when Mosley cracked him on that one, man, I thought he was gonna go. I was like, oh snap, He weathered it.
Yeah,
man. That's for sure, man. What do you fellas think about WBC and Tony Bellew coming up with that new super cruiserweight division?
I heard about that. I don't have much thought about it, because it just seems like they're just doing more and more to keep fights from happening. Let's say a super cruiserweight division. I mean, cruiserweight has always been 190 pounds. So
exactly.
What is it? 210? What's going to be the weight limit?
What, 195?
Yeah, they want
195 has always been the cruiserweight limit.
Right. So what are they going to have it at? What's going to be the weight limit?
What's going to be the weight?
200 heavyweight.
Hold on, brothers. It's super cruiserweight is going to be 190 to 220. That's going to be the super cruiserweight, and then the cruiserweight is going to go to 175 to 190. Well, at least that's what they propose,
So what are they going to do with the light heavyweight division?
Now see, they didn't expand on that, so that's kind of weird, huh? It looks like they almost.
So heavyweight will start at 220.
Unbelievable. Yeah. I just think that they're doing that.
Is that what you're saying? You saying heavyweight to start at 220 then?
Yeah. It's the heavyweight. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Tony Bellew was talking about that.
Yeah, they got him hitting it like he is some type of authority on something. And the WBC is co-signing. You know, they looking at it. They're like, oh hell yeah, I can get more belts. I can get more sanctioning fees. Hell yeah.
He's probably going to come out of retirement and fight for a belt. That's what it sounds like to me.
Oh, you know what? I know who the best brothers is with the chins. Is Bill and Al Heyman. That's who the best chins right there. That's the brother channel. Man. Yeah, that's I don't know about that, man, but that's what they proposing, man. They might get it because they've been money hungry as hell here lately. Now Canelo Alvarez is trying to become a free agent. You know, he filed that lawsuit on Tuesday, trying to get out of get that $280 million lawsuit against the DAZN, Golden Boy, and Oscar. And just found out that the court has dismissed his lawsuit. They're saying that they failed to list the names and the citizenship of the parties that he's filing against. So he has until September 28th to file an amended complaint and list the names and the citizenships. So they done held that up a little bit. And we'll see what they do from there. But I think that makes it a little more interesting.
Well, I mean, the way I see it is that he should have hired Al Heyman as an advisor and had him look over that contract. And they'd have caught that a long time ago.
Yeah, they would have. They sure would have. But if they listed though,
one thing is, if you're gonna go in there and try to sue Eddie Hearn and some rich motherfuckers like that, you got to make sure you got the right lawyers. Like because shit like that gonna happen. You feel me? Because best believe Eddie Hearn and his people, they gonna come up with any and every way possible to get that shit thrown out. Canelo suing them because shit, he only fought 2 fights out of 11 fights they guaranteed.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And then another thing is this too. We must remember, I told you, the DAZN furloughed they workers. They going broke. They ain't had no fights. Devin Haney ain't fought. Ain't nobody fought on the DAZN. What DAZN fight to fight? Then you had Regis Porgas leave. You have Maurice
Hooker.
He left. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's why when I started, the more and more I be thinking about this shit, man. Maybe Gary Russell was right, man. Maybe Devin Haney was really just blowing smoke. You feel me? Because
it looks that way. Because they don't have no back in the zone.
Eddie Hearn been trying to have fights in his backyard. They ain't successful.
Yeah.
Nope. So ain't.
You feel
they don't know who the marketable fighters are, man. They got a weird point of view.
Eddie Hearn ain't got the money. Maybe Eddie Hearn ain't got that type of money to do a real live bubble. That motherfucker, he was doing shit in his backyard.
He trying to make a way, but he just ain't got the right product, man. He got them guys that what was that? Eggington and cheese and egg and cheese. Remember that matchup they had in his yard? Cheesington and Eggington, or whatever them guys' name was. I mean, that's what he put out there. I mean, it's crazy. If they had some viable fighters that he was really trying to showcase, they would have been more successful. But it don't seem to me like they even know what the hell what is good and what ain't. They just
miss too. Is Eddie Hearn ain't here, so can he get it? Can he even get into the country?
I don't know, man. Have they lifted that travel ban yet? I know some countries have done that yet. I don't know what the travel to the U.S. is like now. I missed on that.
Well, they're not letting a lot of they're not letting some of these countries not letting Americans in at all, especially like over there in Europe.
So I'm saying, is Eddie Hearn? We haven't seen Eddie Hearn over here in the United States.
Yeah, it's been a while.
You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a lot of that shit was smoke, man. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be
Yeah,
right
but
back.
they had that one fight in Tulsa. Remember the same when Dillian White and Cecilia Brækhus lost her title that day. Remember that one in Tulsa? That was a few weeks ago. They had that one, so I imagine he got in the country then. So yeah, I guess he is traveling. But yeah, they don't know nothing about boxing, man. Like Roger Mayweather said, they don't know shit about boxing because they doing all the wrong signings and such, man. Hey, I got a little news, man. I got it from brother Reggie, man. You know, Reggie is my news guy, man. I get all my news from Reggie, man. Conor McGregor, man, was arrested for sexual assault and indecent exposure. And the funny thing, yeah, wow, man. He's a wild dude. And then the thing about it, the media is not talking about it.
They're not talking about it.
Yeah, just like Kovalev, they don't have nothing to say about that, But if you dip them in chocolate, that's all they will be talking about.
Wow,
it's crazy, man. One thing after another with this dude.
Yeah, I saw that with Conor McGregor. I wasn't sure what he had done. I saw Reggie I saw the caption. I didn't see the actual reason why he got in trouble. But I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I was just going back on what you were saying. They had that fight in up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, with Cecilia Brækhus. I'm thinking to myself, like, man, no, you gonna put a fight on in Tulsa, Oklahoma? I mean, I don't understand it. You would think with the zone, supposedly the money that they have, they would be using these big time facilities. You know what I'm saying? So you fighting up in Oklahoma. I mean, the next spot they're gonna be fighting at, man, they're gonna be fighting up in Boise, Idaho. the way they're going, one of these states that nobody not so much half live in, but I mean, as far as sporting places where they have events at, I mean, I'm thinking, if they did do a fight in Boise, Idaho, I mean, the only thing up there is the college up there, which is Boise State. That's it, man. So that's what I'm thinking. They probably gonna have some at next. I could be wrong. It could be another state, but if they even put something on,
Yeah.
Hell, Canelo might be fighting in a restaurant the next time we see him.
Yeah, it's gonna be the boxing match entertainment at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, there you go. So,
man, oh man, I tricked and dropped off. He'll probably be back on in a second. He probably look like he dropped the head come. Yes, indeed. There you go. Back again.
Yeah, my fault.
There you go. All right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Conor got that money, man. He don't seem like he hungry, man. He got that money. He don't seem like he hungry. I mean, he had that fight with Donald Cerrone. Blood say give him 10 minutes. Well, Blood gonna hop on?
Yeah, look, he's gonna hop on with us, man.
Okay.
That should be good. A good brother come up in here, man.
Blackstar, I got a question, man. Boxing needs a good rivalry. We hadn't had a good rivalry in a long, long time. And like I said, I'm gonna go back a little bit, man, where I remember when I remember when Johnny Tapia fought Danny Romero. That was a battle for Albuquerque. You know what I'm saying? And then, you had the fight with Simon Brown and Maurice Blocker. Now they were friends, and I remember. You remember that? Yeah. Well, they damn near killed each other.
Yeah, they sure did, man.
We and then when William Joppy was fighting, we didn't get him and Keith Holmes. We should have got that fight. They both promoted by Don King, but we never got that fight.
Yeah,
for whatever reasons.
I wanted to ask him about too. I wanted to ask William about that one. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Working with Don King, with all the stuff back there, he knows the ins and outs of his experience. But man, that would have been something. Cause I know everybody in DC wanted that. That was the big talk.
Yeah, you was living there at the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I wanted to see that fight too. With William Joppy and Keith Holmes in there. They were both in their prime. That fight should have happened. But see, you know what? We got Tank and Gary Russell, man. And my thing is, you know what the thing about the fighters come out the DMV, man. I'm gonna give you some names, man. You got Hassan Rockman, you got William Joppy, Keith Holmes, Maurice Blocker, Simon Brown, Teddy Reed, Winky Wright. You got you had Daryl Coley, Andrew Council. Listen to them names, man, that come out of the DMV.
Yeah,
you know, Tank, Gary Russell, and Jerry Hurd got to do something, man, because those some big shoes to fill. What you think about that?
Yeah, man. I think he's working on it though. But just like Stormy was mentioning earlier when we were talking about Deontay, you know, he kind of realized that he had to add some things to what he was doing, and I think he's going to work on that fundamentals. I mean, he broke himself down, and he's kind of rebuilding himself back up. I'm interested to see what he's going to look like in the next fights, man, because you could kind of see a little of a change in his last fight, man. You know, he was jabbing more. He's more textbook than he normally is. But he's been, you know, but the thing about her, though, man, he's deceptively big, man. How in the hell does this guy still make the weight? I mean, he looked like he's fucking, you know, light heavyweight walking around there, man, with them big ass shoulders, man. I was like, I mean, how do you do that? But hey, he pulls it off, man. But he's actually going to work on that. So, like I say, I'm really excited to see what he's going to look like moving forward. But he got to get on it, man, because he can't waste too many years messing around. So he look like he's working hard. So we're going to see the results of it soon.
I'm looking in the chat right now, and I'm looking at what Bruce Gold said, where Virgil Hill had put Bismarck, South Dakota on the map, and that is right, man. And one thing I can say, you know, a lot of fighters will go to other fighters' towns and get robbed, but when you went up there to Virgil Hill, man, Virgil Hill would put it on you, man. You know, he would put it on you. You know,
but see, that's the first fight I wanted to see back in the day was Virgil Hill versus Prince Charles Williams back then. Remember, it was Prince Charles Williams, Virgil Hill, and it was Michael Moore. They were all the light heavyweight champs at the time.
And Bobby Ches. Remember, Bobby Ches was there too.
Oh, Ches was there. Okay, but they was trying to get them guys to unify, man, and it never did, man. But that would have been a hell of a damn tournament. Yeah,
it would have been a tournament. Yeah. Looking in the chat, that's right, Chi-Town. Yeah, I forgot about Shumbay Mitchell. Oh man, and Mark Too Sharp Johnson, man. Them guys got some shoes to fill, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Them guys got some shoes to fill, man.
Don't forget Sugar Ray Leonard.
That's right, Leonard. Oh, I forgot about Sugar Ray Leonard, man. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Shoot, I tell you, bro, Riddick Bowe.
Wow.
Yeah, I ran into Riddick Bowe and Rock Newman, man. You know, my father's a truck driver, so we was working on the truck one day, man, and they pulled in the car asking for directions, man.
Oh, wow, okay.
Just out the blue, just pulled up. And, hey, you know how we get to? I forget where they was going, but we gave them directions and everything, and there they was. You know, that was wild. And that really happened, man. That was never forget it though, man, because you know Rock Newman. If you don't know who he is, you think that's a white man walking across. then he talking, and then you pick up on. Oh man, wait a minute, that's Rock Newman.
That's Rock Newman, yeah.
Yeah, and he was the champ at that time too. Yeah, he was the champ. Yeah, Rick Bowe was the champ, man. Yeah, there was some good times, man. I tell you.
Yeah, and go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, brother.
Well, you know, I said something earlier because I didn't know. I haven't heard it. I haven't heard anybody speak on it, but man, I talked to a old school fighter behind the scenes, man. He told me that Wilder was bringing Malik Scott into his camp. Now, my thing is, and I think he's supposed to be bringing him in there for defense, from what I was told. But my thing is, and I'm gonna just say this, you know, when Yao Ming came here to Houston, they brought Patrick Ewing in to help Yao Ming out. My thing is, how you gonna bring Patrick Ewing in to help Yao Ming out when Elijah Wan schooled him? So you gonna bring Malik Scott in the Wilder's camp when Wilder knocked him out? I mean, that don't make sense to me. But that's just what I heard. I don't know how true it is. That's what I heard behind the scenes from an old school fighter.
Yeah.
So
man, yeah, I haven't heard that, man. I had to look into that some more, man, because that would be interesting.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Man. Yeah, but Elijah Wan was something special, man. I tell you,
Yeah,
as
he
far as the
was.
big man down in the paint, man, that was the best ever. I think as far as making moves and stuff like that, he was. It wasn't nothing he couldn't do from that position, man. You know, and when you say Patrick Ewing, I mean, hell, he ain't shabby himself. Patrick was a bad dude himself. I grew up with the Georgetown Hoyas back in there, man. Shoot, back in the 80s, man. I tell you a story about that, man. I was playing basketball with one of my partners and his older brothers, right? Hey, he had about 3 older brothers, but one of his older brothers happened to come out there while we was out there, and he had a couple guys with him, man. And we didn't think nothing of it at the time. We playing ball, right? All of a sudden, dude, they coach look up there like, man, wait a minute, man. That's Michael Jackson. This is a starting point guard for the Georgetown Hoyas. Come out and play basketball with us out there. And I wasn't but maybe what, 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there. That was the first time I ever saw somebody that was on TV right in front of me. I'm like, man,
wow.
what you doing? That, man, I was tripping.
Okay. Yeah, looking in the chat. I'm looking in the chat. Yeah, you're right. Somebody, Bruce Gold say Rock had that chokehold. Bruce Gold say the choke, Stormy laughing. Yeah, you will see my channel. Wilder's too arrogant to adapt. It doesn't matter who trains him. Okay. Shot I've heard that trick. Yeah, Stormy say Dream
man.
Shake. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Dream Shake. And you know what? Blackstar, man, I saw Sean Kemp, man, one time up at we got a gym down here in Houston called you here in Houston. You know what Fundy Rec is, right? You know what Fundy is?
What part of town is that?
It's right downtown, man, off Allen Parkway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know that.
I don't know if you okay, yeah. Yeah, well, you know, like during the summertime, they had a pro-am, man, and Sean Kemp was trying to get back into the league. It was some years ago, man. I saw him up at the at Fundy, man, and they list Sean Kemp at 6'10", man. Sean Kemp not no 6'10", man. Sean Kemp, I get Sean Kemp with his shoes on, he might be 6'8", 6'9", maybe.
Yeah,
with his shoes on, man, because I'm like, he not, you know, he's taller than I am, but they list him at 6'10", he plays 6'10", but I give Sean Kemp 6'8" with his shoes on, man. Six close to 6'9". But oh yeah, man. Yeah, Sean Kemp was a bad boy, man. Man child.
Hey man, the good brother Blood Boxing is in the building. Welcome to the
Blood, we're shaking.
And chopping it up with us.
Hey, what's going on, my brothers? How y'all doing?
Hey man, I'm doing good, man.
Everything great over here, man. Everything great. Yes, sir. Hey man, I heard y'all talking that old good boxing talk, man. I was just listening in, man. I came in, decided to chime in on some of the little talk here going on and some of this boxing here. Y'all talking history, all this shit, huh?
Yeah, I did put a little history in there, man. You heard about? I saw you put some stuff in the chat. Yeah.
The only thing is, you know, Bobby Ches was in that picture, but he got his ass whooped by Prince Charles Williams. Had his number.
Mm-hmm.
He had Bobby Ches' number. Then you had the Virgil Hill. I remember that time period. You had that Virgil Hill fight. You had Michael Moore, who looked like he was getting ready to move out of the division anyway. But as a light heavyweight, man, Michael Moore was something fierce.
Yeah, he was.
He was fierce as a light.
Yeah.
It's too bad they couldn't have pop off. They didn't all pop off.
My bad. Hey, Blood, I got a question, man. Who you think would have won in light heavyweight between Michael Spinks and Michael Moore?
Ooh, man, that's a good one, man. God,
woo! That's a good one.
Hey, man.
You know what, man? Michael Spinks at his very best is one of the best to ever do it at light heavyweight. Michael Moore, he was there for a little while. He had that WBO strap, right? When he going around carrying that WBO strap.
Yeah.
You know, I'll probably edge it out to Michael Spinks, man. I'll probably edge it out. It's hard, man, but I'll edge it out to Michael Spinks, I think, in that one. It's a close one, though, because see, when people think of Spinks, they always think of that Spinks who had the Patrick Ewan knee brace on, who went in there against Mike Tyson. That because he was looking bad. Okay, I admit Spinks was looking bad that night. He had the Patrick Ewan knee brace on. He looked like he was ready to get knocked the fuck out that night. But let's not forget, this man moved up. He beat Larry Holmes. He beat Larry Holmes twice now. I think at least one of those fights, the second one, to me, I thought Larry Holmes won for sure. The first one was you could say was Michael Spinks. But, the fights that he won, he fought Dwight Muhammad Qawi, and he fought a lot of guys. And Marvin Johnson was one of them. He fought Marvin Johnson. Yeah, he fought quite a few guys. He defended that strap. There was a guy named Mustafa something. I forgot Mustafa. He beat a few guys like that. He just had, to me, everything as a light heavyweight when he was at his very best, like in the early 80s. Michael Spinks. Yeah. That version of Michael Spinks would be very hard to beat, man.
Yeah, that was a good era, man. I always thought that Prince Charles Williams would probably win that tournament, but it's a shame we never got to see that. There was a lot of hype on that, man. I remember they used to bring him on Tuesday night fights, and they had them all together, and they was interviewing him, and everybody was all hype about it and everything, man. But from that point on,
you're talking about the Charles Williams Virgil Hill fight, right?
Yeah, well, they were talking about who was the king of the division. They had Virgil Hill, Prince Charles Williams, and they had Michael Moore all on there together. They was on Tuesday night fights. And it was like an interview they was doing to try to talk about the possibility of having a tournament, man. And everybody was really like, "Oh man, I thought this was going to be."
That was several years that Virgil Hill and Charles Williams had straps. Michael Moore got involved in that later, but for several years, those guys, for some reason, why did that fight never pop off, man? I'm gonna look in my magazines. Y'all remember anything on that? Because I remember thinking that too. Like, man, why these guys not fighting? Yeah. But I didn't get as caught up in it back then. You know what I'm saying? As I do now, we didn't really question. But they hung around with them belts for a while at light heavyweight. Virgil Hill did, and Charles Williams, and they never did pop it off. They never did fight.
Oh yeah. I think Michael Moore. I think he moved up. Yeah, I think Michael Moore moved up to heavyweight at the time. I think that took him out of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was going to be a hell of a match.
That was I think Virgil Hill got beat by Hearns, didn't he?
Yeah, Hearns beat him.
Got beat by Hearns. Huh?
Yeah.
Was it Hearns?
Yeah, okay, Hearns beat him.
Who beat Virgil Hill, and then I can't remember who beat. I know James Toney beat Charles Williams, but who beat Charles Williams first? Did somebody beat him before Toney? I just don't remember, man. I just don't remember.
Yeah, somebody back in the
what's so funny about this internet era, man, is a lot of people. Who beat him?
Go ahead, Blood. I can't remember either, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Was it Murky Sosa or somebody? Didn't he fight Murky Sosa?
Yeah, but they stopped the fight because that's the first time that's the first time I can remember that they beat each other up so bad the referee said they couldn't continue and they stopped the fight.
Okay.
That was on ESPN. I got that fight, man. That was on ESPN.
Yeah, man. See, it's getting to the point now to where I'm getting so old, I'm forgetting the years and I'm mixing up the years and all kind of shit because, see, a lot of that shit I have not revisited on the internet. Some of that shit I haven't seen it since it happened. I did see it when it happened, but I just haven't had time to revisit every fucking fight on the internet. So, it's just sometimes you just got to go back and refresh your memory on some of that stuff because I'll be forgetting the years and the I know for Charles Williams and Virgil Hill, it was always light heavyweight for them two. You know what I'm saying? I do know it was always. I mean, I don't know if they slipped in something cruiserweight at the end of their career. I know Charles Williams ended up getting his ass knocked out by James Toney.
Yep.
But I thought Charles Williams at one time I have a magazine where I just was kind of skimming through it, and he was talking about moving up the heavyweight division. Charles Williams, when he had that Jerry curl, he was talking about moving up to heavyweight division at one time. about how he could carry the power up there, but I guess that never did pop off.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fight is on it should be on YouTube. But like I say, I got it on VHS because like I said, I remember watching that fight, man, because they were beating each other up so bad. I think Tony Orlando was refereeing the fight. And he went over to the doctor and let the doctor know, hey man, these guys can't continue. I never seen nothing like that. You know, they stopped the fight because both of them beating the hell out of each other. So
Man.
But them was the days, you know.
Yes, man. I tell you, man. I was telling you Trick the other day, man, about that Tuesday night fight, the DVD set they had, man. I gotta get that, man. Because I'm telling you, man, it was so
I got it, bro.
You got that? Oh,
I got it. Yeah, I got the whole thing.
Man.
Yeah, I got that Tuesday night. Now, episode, it's the one I got is 12 discs, okay? It's 12 discs, but they supposed to have a part 2 of that, but you can't find the part 2. But I got the 12 discs, the one that they was advertising. Man, that thing is fucking lovely, man. They have all the fucking C-rate knockouts, all the fighters that you'll forget. You'll forget all about them and stuff like that. And I'll be like, oh yeah, shit, I remember this guy. Like, you know, it's a whole bunch of them. Like, damn, all the whole disc got fights like that you'd be it'd be fighters that, you know, these guys who fought like the better fighters, they'll be fighting guys like Kid Fire Parks and them, but they was coming up. I'll know their name if I seen them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've watched the whole thing and I can't even think of a name right now. But I'll tell you what, man, it was good having boxing on TV because it was traditional for us to go and watch that shit on Tuesday night or Friday night, or when ESPN has ran Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at some point throughout their run, okay? They've run all 3 of those times, okay? They've had a Wednesday night, they've had a Thursday night, and they've had a Friday night, all throughout the time when Bob Arum had his affiliation with Top Rank Boxing with ESPN way back in the motherfucking 80s. Then they had Tuesday night fights. And there was only a few of us that was going to watch that shit, that Tuesday night fights, man. That shit was fucking fire, bro. Goodness gracious, man. Tuesday night used to be like Saturday. It used to be like Saturday night for me, man. Shit, because ever since like 91, shit, I wasn't going to high school no more. So Tuesday night was the night that I have the grill, all that shit. You know, I take Wednesday off work and shit. And if I was even working at the time, I take the Wednesday off or whatever, and I'm gonna watch Tuesday night fights like it's fucking Saturday night. They had Roy Jones, all the motherfuckers on there, man. Bernard Hopkins,
you got to see everybody coming
Shane
up,
Mosley,
man.
You talk about the Rualas brothers and Michael Carbajal and Scotty Bulldog Olsen, and all them great fighters.
Yeah, blood. You remember there was 2 African fighters that came out. I can't remember which year. The one was Kid Akeem, and the other was Robert Wangila. Do you ever remember those guys that was on there?
I do remember those guys, man. But
you know, which one?
I don't really know what happened with them. What happened with those guys?
Yeah, what
was their names?
Kid Akeem, and then the other one was Robert Wangila.
It was the African, Kid. Yeah. I do know who you're talking about.
Cotty King was out of Detroit. You talking about Cotty King? K-A-D. He spelled his name K-A-D-Y King. Cotty King was out of Detroit.
No, we talking Kid Akeem.
It was the African guy that was always on.
Yeah.
You talking about the African guy that used to be featured on Tuesday night fights a lot.
Yeah. Both of them used to fight on there. And one of them had a fight with was it Michael? No, it wasn't Carbajal.
Hold on, let me see. I think I know who you're talking about too. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, because one of them died after a fight. I think it was Wangila, if I'm not mistaken.
Robert. Yeah, I think Kid Akeem died. You remember that, right?
Was it Kid Akeem? I know one of them did. I was trying to remember.
Yeah, Kid Akeem died.
And it was after the fight, right? That's what I was trying to remember.
He had a brain injury, but he died. I think he died after that though. But I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah, they said he instead of his nose was bleeding and everything, and he kept sucking it up, and it went into his brain, and that's what killed him. If he had spit it out or sneezed it out, he would have been okay. I do remember that part because I was like, damn, man, I was sad when I heard that he passed, man, because I used to look forward to seeing him, man. They was heavy-handed guys, man. They, for fighters coming out of Africa, man, they was pretty skillful, so that was like a treat to see when they came out there. But I remember when that happened, man. That was sad.
Yeah, they had a guy. It was a super middleweight, man. His name was Joseph Chuanuka, man. He had all the tools, man. He had the height, he had the reach, he had good power in both hands, man. He just couldn't put it together, man, for whatever reasons. Y'all remember that guy, Joseph Chuanuka? So he was from out of Uganda.
I don't remember him.
Remember him? You remember that guy? Oh my gosh!
No, I don't remember.
He fought.
If I seen him, I might.
Yeah, okay, yeah. His notable fight, he fought Rodney Toney. That was a notable fight with Rodney Toney. He stopped him in round 6. I remember I got that fight. Yeah, he stopped Rodney Toney. And man, my favorite Tuesday night fight for all time, man, was Curtis Shalabala and Darrell Wilson, man. That was a war.
Oh man. Oh,
that's my favorite one.
Shabalala, man. He was a big hype job, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was pretty.
I actually interviewed that guy, man.
Oh, you did? Yeah. I remember you telling me.
You interviewed Darrell?
No, I interviewed Shabalala. Matter of fact, his fighter is fighting Luis Ortiz.
Oh.
Yeah.
A minute later, my phone rings and it's Rod Thorne saying, "Hey,
his name is Scott Alexander. He's fighting Luis Ortiz. And matter of fact, Scott Alexander had fought on the Wilder and Ortiz fight the second time. He sent me a picture of them in a locker room, man. I'm gonna send it to you, Blood, and Blackstar.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we text a lot. We text and we talk.
Man, I can't even tell you a moment on Tuesday night fights that's my greatest because there's so many of them, man.
There's so many of them. Yeah, I agree. There's so many of them.
It's just so many different times, man. That whole thing when Riddick Bowe was coming up, that shit that happened with Tillery that time had me dying.
Yeah. Oh man.
Tillery that time, bro.
Man,
Tillery went to kicking them and shit like that. That shit was crazy.
Yes, indeed, man. That was some good ones, man. With the one that time at Troy Hambrick fought that one guy. He was celebrating.
Oh, Word.
Booker T. Word.
Hey, that's one of the funniest fucking, man. You brought him some shit there, bro. Damn, you brought some shit. You brought some shit up right there, brother.
Yeah, he did.
Man, I couldn't.
That shit so funny, man. They came out there before the fight, dancing, and he had the flat top. He was doing the kid and play. Them nigga did the kid and play with the glove on and shit.
Yeah,
nigga came out with spins and all kind of shit. Booker T. Word just looking at him like he was a meal. Booker T. Word came out there and put them hands on him.
Got him out of the first round, wasn't it?
Shit, was it first round or second?
I think it was the first one. Whatever. Yeah, got him out of there quick.
Hey, my brothers. I gotta do something real quick. Y'all can go ahead and chop it up a little bit if you want to. There.
Okay. Yeah, Blood. I remember. You remember? I remember they had a guy on there, and I know you. I'm gonna give you the name for just a second. There's this guy named Mitch Hard Rock, right?
What's his name?
And him and Mitch Hard Rock Green. He was a super middleweight.
Yeah, I remember Mitch Hard Rock.
Well, anyways, okay, all right. Well, anyways, he fought Brian Brannon. And man, they had a war on Tuesday night fight. So then they was like, okay, well, this is gonna be the next opponent for Roy Jones. Man, Roy Jones beat that dude up so bad it wasn't even funny, man. You know what?
Listen, that guy Brandon was coming. He was looking good when he was on his way up, though.
Yeah, he was. He was looking good.
He was looking good, but the problem with him is that he was like this real short kind of muscular guy. You know what I'm
Built
saying?
like Holyfield.
Yeah, he was like a real short Holyfield. And you know what? When he was coming up, he used to have that flat top, and he had that damn flat top in the middle of his fucking head. Because I remember thinking, like, because I was young back then, I had my full hairline. So I was joking and saying, man, that motherfucker need to let go of that motherfucking flat top. That shit started in the middle of his fucking head. He had like a half box or some shit. That nigga had like a half box. Like, so, but yeah, when he was knocking motherfuckers out with them uppercuts and shit, he used to come with that uppercut. He would really come with that uppercut. But when Roy Jones got in there with him, boy, Roy Jones put a whooping on his ass. Hey, that's when, hey, listen, man. That's back when Roy Jones was the fucking man, though, bro. We used to have fight parties with Roy Jones. Roy Jones would have a fucking fight party for sure. For sure, man.
Yep. Yeah, I used to have a house full when Roy used to fight, man. I used to, you know, when he fought, you know, I think like it's, you know, I'm gonna tell you something a lot of people don't know, Blood, and I found this out behind the scenes, man. Roy, you know, Bob Arum wanted to put Roy Jones and James Toney on the undercard of Oscar De La Hoya fought. I'm gonna tell you who's on that card. Remember Roy Jones and when he fought James Toney, Oscar De La Hoya fought somebody on that card. I can't remember who it was. But Bob Arum
watched the whole thing, and I don't remember the De La Hoya who he fought, but I do remember Roy Jones.
He was on that card. He was on that card, and they had what's the guy named not Michael Carbajal. Danny Romero fought Domingo Sosa, and the fight after that was De La Hoya. I cannot remember who he fought, but you know, Bob. From what I found behind this, they say Bob Arum wanted to put that fight with James Toney and Roy Jones under De La Hoya because De La Hoya was the golden boy and he got the Olympic medal, and both of them agreed and said kick rocks.
Yeah,
and they end up. How you gonna put that on an undercard? Them two on an undercard, a De La Hoya.
Hey, I don't even remember the De La Hoya fight. I know for a fact I saw it because I got that card.
Like, me too.
Yeah, I bought that card, so I know because Roy Jones was the one fighter, man, that I didn't miss none of his shit. We didn't miss because I'm from Florida too, so I used to go to his fights. The only time I ever went to fights live was when Winky Wright was fighting Roy Jones and Tarver. That's it. You know, and Jeff Lacey. I'm not gonna lie. I went to the when Jeff Lacey first started out. I went to a few of his fights too. Probably about his fights. You know, Jeff Lacey. I'll go see him all the time. And but boy, Roy Jones, man, at that one time there, boy, at that time period, he was the man. It was just like I had never seen a guy just so fast, man. The hand speed, the footwork, just everything that he did, man, was just crazy. It was just like he took that shit on another level, man.
Yeah,
he took it to a whole fucking another level. Roy Jones, man. When he lost what he had, man, when he had the physical attributes, when he lost that, he could no longer be the same guy because he relied solely on that. And when he was in his 20s, he was lightning fast, man. And he had the power and stuff. So you weren't going to just come in there and bully him around and think he's going to hit you with some pity pat shit. He'll put your ass to sleep, Roy Jones.
Yeah.
You know. So at his best, man, especially like at middleweight, man, he'll give any middleweight of any era some problems, man. Shit, it beat the majority of them, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Wow. Yeah, man. Good assessment. Yeah, man. I miss them days, man. You know, we talking back about Tuesday night fights, man. I remember Michael Moore had fought Frankie Swindell, and after the fight, remember the fight, he said, "Man, quit being a bitch, man, and take to the feet," and slam the microphone down. You remember that?
Yeah.
Quit being a bitch and take to the feet. Yeah, man, them was the days, man.
Hey, man, I had to go look at that card you was talking about. Oscar De La Hoya fought Carl Griffith, and then he actually fought under the Ramiro Sosa fight that night.
Oh, was it under? Okay, my fault.
And Robert Garcia fought Derek Smoke Gainer that night. That's right. You remember Roy Jones would always put his little boy in there, his little homeboy.
Yep, he would.
That night, a 16-0 Robert Garcia. You remember he upset Gainer. Think about it. Roy Jones, that was Robert Garcia. I'm just figuring this out. I think so. No, it's Roberto Garcia. No, it's not. It's not him. It's not the same. I don't think it's the same Garcia. No, it's him. Yeah, that's Robert Garcia. Yeah, him. He's the one who upset Gainer that night. I didn't even know that. I remember when.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I remember watching. I just remember. Just that's been a long time, but I remember Danny Romero and Oscar De La Hoya was on that card because Danny Romero fought Domingo Sosa.
Danny Romero fought Sosa. Domingo, you're right. And I do remember Robert Garcia beating Gainer that night, but I just didn't know that was Robert Garcia till I looked at it. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like, we don't remember this shit. You know what I'm saying? We were watching this shit, but we can't remember all that stuff, man.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
I didn't follow Robert Garcia after that.
I didn't follow him either.
Undefeated. He was undefeated when he beat Derek Smoke Gainer on the undercard. He was undefeated at that time. He was 16-0, and he beat him by decision. Okay, but we don't remember that kind of stuff because I didn't follow Garcia. And you remember back in them days, even in the 90s, if they weren't featuring him on TV, they weren't really featuring Robert Garcia that much back in these days. We didn't catch him. You know what I'm saying? So, and I tried to follow the super featherweights a little bit more heavy in the 90s. I followed them more heavy in the 90s. I started following the little guys with Michael. Really, the first one that I really, really watched heavy was Michael Carbajal because of the Tuesday night fights, man.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to them real little guys.
Yeah, man.
I had moved to England from 1986 to 90. I was in England, so I didn't get a chance to see the Tuesday night fights and nothing like that. Between 86 and 90, I had to go with whatever England gave me. Because my dad was in the military. I had to go with what England gave me between 86 and 90, and early 90. Well, boy, as soon as I got back to America, man, the first thing I thought about was all the boxing. I swear, I didn't think about none else. I didn't think shit else but boxing.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, man, you be listening to that boxing, yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Tuesday night fight was the best, man. I missed that so much, man. I want that to come back in some way. I don't care who bring it back, as long as somebody bring that back, man, because that was the most entertaining Tuesday night that we've had, man. I mean, I take that, even though I was a football head, I take that Tuesday night over that Monday night football.
Oh, me too.
I was a football head too, though. Back in them days, I was a football, basketball, and boxing head. I was all three. Back then, I could have there was a time where I knew every NBA roster. I hear you talking about Sean Kemp and shit. Man, I used to follow all them motherfuckers heavy back then. I stopped watching all that stuff like in the early 2000s because they started changing rules and making the sports softer. And when they started doing all of that shit, man, I got pissed off. I got pissed off about NBA when the hand checking and all that stuff stopped. I was like, when they started getting all prima donna, man, that shit turned me off as a sports fan. So, I'm going to try to get back in. I keep saying I'm going to try to pick up on NBA again, man, but I don't know. I tried, man, but I wasn't interested.
Yeah, I can't do it, bro. The game changed so much. It's so weird to see all these big, tall guys going way out on the outside of the court. Nobody's down in the paint no more. That's the craziest thing. It's like, I mean, the way that we played ball back in the day, everything was feed the ball inside and feed the big man. Now the big man feeding the little guys from the I don't understand it.
It's a different game, man. And, we was athletes, too. I'm a tall guy, too, who played basketball, too, every day. You know what I'm saying? I was out at the courts and stuff like that all day and all night. I played competitive basketball, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, just to see the game the way it is now and see the prima donnas that's up in there, I can't follow the guys either. Like the guys, the athletes from this time period are different, man. So I don't follow them like that. I don't follow them heavy. In the NFL, man, I fell out of tune with the NFL probably like 2004, 2003, way back. I'm talking nearly 20 years ago. Back you caught me in 1990, though. I'll tell you all about Emmitt Smith, Thurman Thomas, Barry Sanders, Bo Jackson, all the quarterback, John Elway. I was always looking for a black quarterback. You know, I would support any team that had a black quarterback because I'm from the 80s when they had Doug Williams playing he was the only black quarterback for the Buccaneers. When I first started watching the NFL, they had one black quarterback. It was Doug Williams for the Buccaneers. And went to the Redskins and turned it out. Man, I was so happy for it. And he did it against John Elway, punk ass too. And then I followed all the others like Jerry Rice, all that shit, man. All the great defensive guys too. Deion Sanders, man. All those guys, man. I follow them heavy. Mike Singletary was my boy. Them Bears from the 85.
Yep.
All this shit, man. I followed that. I was heavy into football at one time, bro. Heavy.
Man. I'll say this, man. If Mike Singletary was playing today, man, he'd be banned from football, man.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. He was
man. Mike Singletary.
With them
Super Bowl shuffle they said that time when they sung their Super Bowl shuffle, and then the Patriots had their song too. I forgot what that was called.
Remember that? Yeah. Hey, Blood, let me ask you a question, man. You was same to you, Blackstar. This is what I don't get to understand. How did Doug Flutie make it to the NFL, but Charlie Ward couldn't make it to the NFL?
Oh, well,
because
Ward chose not to go to the NFL. That was the problem. Because I was supposed to go to Florida State to play ball with Charlie Ward, man. He chose to go to the NBA over the NFL.
You just gave us your age, brother. You just gave us your age. Shit.
Ass nigga.
I've been here 3 minutes and some seconds. Hey, Blood, I got I want to tell you too, man. I got Doug Williams rookie football card too. Still got that.
Oh wow! Hey, what position did you play in football, bro?
I was a running back. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Okay. When I could move around.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
I got you collect football card. You know what? I got Sterling Sharp's only rookie card, man. Michael says on the rookie card, but I got that one. It's called an edge card where they put it's got Brett Favre on the front, Sterling Sharp on the. Not Sterling, but what's his brother name?
Shannon.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got it's Sterling Sharp and Brett Favre on that card. It's an edge card, and they bend back and forth. I got that card, man. I used to collect.
I remember. Yeah, I got cards too. I know exactly what kind of card. I don't have that card you got.
You got the card,
but I know what cards you talking about though. I know what cards
they bend. Yeah,
listen, I collect the cards heavy, bro. Goodness gracious.
Me too. I
love collecting cards, man.
Man, that was a thing coming up.
You remember you go to the store, and that was a big thing. To go to the card store back in the 80s and 90s, where they ran out of the card store. They don't got them no more. But there was a big thing to go and walk into the card store and see if you could get the Shaquille O'Neal rookie and all. You go and you buy the packs and you open them and you hope you got the fucking rookie card for whoever, Michael Jordan, whoever it was, man, back in the day. But that Jordan rookie card was strange because they did that Flair. That Flair set started a little late. I know quite a bit about cards, bro. I had the Beckett's and everything, so I know all about.
Yeah, I just collect them too. Hey, Blood, trip this though. I'm gonna tell you, man, a basketball player. Every time, I worked at a grocery store, man. I wasn't making no money sent home my mom and my daddy. But every time I got paid, I used to go buy a certain basketball player's card. Man, I tell you right now, man, them cards ain't worth 15 cents, and I'm gonna give you the basketball player, Harold Miner.
Harold Baby Jordan Miner. Baby Jordan. Yo.
Them cards ain't worth a damn.
Baby Jordan, I got so much memories of him, man. My goodness. I used to have this friend, man. We used to argue all the time because I liked Harold Miner, and he didn't like Harold Miner. He called him the fake Jordan and all this. So, man, we'll argue all day about Harold Miner and shit like that. You know how you have stupid arguments back in them days? And every time we go to the court, he'd be like, oh, here you go. Who's Harold Miner, Baby Jordan? He'd be talking all that shit. all the time. We'd be going back and forth. I mean, we literally talk about Harold Miner and Michael Jordan and all that shit for 7 hours, man. He talking shit for 7 or 8 hours. He talking about, hey man, baby Jordan finna go from the 3-point line. But you would have thought that Harold Miner would have ended up being a little bit more than how he did win the dunk contest though, Trick, man. Trick knows he won the dunk contest now, my brother.
Yeah, he won 2 of them actually.
Yeah, he won 2. That's right. He did win 2. But yeah, he ended up not being. You know what I heard? I heard he ended up getting into real estate or something like that. They said. They said he ended up getting into real estate. Yeah, he's doing all right. He's a businessman now. Because I looked him up to see where he had went, and yeah, they say he did all right after the NBA, but he just didn't seem to have that drive, man. He didn't have that drive, bro.
Man.
Yeah, man. I just love some Harold Miner, man. I had all his cars, man, them flares. I had them
Me too.
them upper deck. I had all them cars, Harold Miner, man.
Man.
But
Still
it got to the
because don't nobody want him now.
Yeah.
I still got him.
They're not worth nothing.
Get rid of him. Shit.
You can't get rid of them.
Huh?
Hey, bro, I think if you throw them in the trash, the trash ain't gonna want
I
them.
wanted to.
Man.
I remember I
Yeah,
had one with him and Jordan. You remember his rookie card had him and he had Jordan defending him on his rookie Flair card, maybe. Think about it. He's taking the shot and it's Jordan guarding him. This might be on his rookie
I remember that
Flair.
card because he got a black jersey on. He got a black jersey on in that card.
Yeah, and
he got a black jersey on.
And Jordan is defending him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Every now and then, though, Harold Miner could have a moment, though. Every now and then, he could have a 30-point night. You know what I'm saying? He could have a moment here and there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember the first time you realized when you was saving them cards that you could get the whole year set. The first time you see that, oh man, it's a whole box with the whole complete set. Man, I remember I used to hustle them bottles, man, take them bottles to the store and get the 10 cent a bottle or whatever. Man, I was hustling them bottles, man. I was gonna get that whole pack, man. I'll never forget that. I'd be all over the neighborhood looking for bottles.
Man, I forgot all about them glass bottles, bro.
Yeah, we used to have a little hustle, man. Every Saturday, man, when you got wrestling and Soul Train and Kung Fu Theater, man, I get up early Saturday morning before anybody in the house, man. I have all my bottles ready. I had a red little wagon. I put them in the wagon. I drag it all the way to the store and turn them in, man. I come back with a whole bag of all kinds of
came up too. I came up too because my grandma used to stack them up at her house, and then we go get the money for them.
Yes,
green sheets.
Man, I tell you, youngsters don't know nothing about that nowadays.
They don't know about that. That before their time.
Not only that, but I always think, man, soda tastes so much better in the glass bottle anyway. Why they get rid of it? It tastes like shit in plastic. As soon as they put them all in plastic, Coke and stuff started to taste funny. Not only that, but I always think, man, soda tastes so much better in the glass bottle.
Yeah, they do, man. Matter of fact,
it tastes like shit.
I used to work for Pepsi, man. You see what that stuff look like before it actually gets in there, you wouldn't even drink that stuff, man.
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I think the Gatorade used to taste better when it was in the bottle. That's my opinion. Gatorade, it wasn't as sweet.
Yeah, I know. Gatorade tastes real sweet these days. I think they did something to the formula, man.
Yeah, it's too sweet, man.
It's not like what it used to be.
That corn syrup. They put that high fructose corn syrup and everything now. That's how they getting people down. All that high fructose corn syrup. You got to watch out for that, man. They put that stuff in bread too. I mean, what you think? What you putting a sweetener in bread for? It's not even necessary because the bread don't taste sweet. So why are you putting the sweetener in the bread? And then they feeding corn to all the animals and everything. They're trying to. It's really strange, man. But that's why people getting a lot of diabetes and stuff on the rise because of that, man. And then you look at the soda now, and you see the sugar carbs in them things is back in the day. They probably was like 20 carbs. Now they're like 80, 90 in one little 12-ounce can, man. They got everybody jacked up running around here. Yep, you're right. Right, man. A lot of stuff. It's just a whole different era. That's why it's the sport of boxing, I think,
I've come down to thinking it's just the era is just different now. We live in a different time. So boxing has changed, man, with the times, man. It's just a different sport now, man. You know, it's going in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I stick with the retro shit.
But what do you think about this, Blood? About it seems now that a way I see it, and I just want to get your opinion. It's like since Al Heyman has come along and come up with a new way of being to run the promotional role, basically. But he's an advisor. The guys who are the traditional promoters, and that's the big war in boxing right now. It's like they don't want none of Al Heyman's fighters to trump none of their fighters, because then they'll lose their position, and then not just their position, but their way of promoting will also
Excuse me.
So I think that's a lot of time leads to why some of these fights are being made. Because look at why in the hell would the Zone not want to have Haney and Gary Russell? That would be the best damn fight that they ever had on the platform.
Yep.
Yeah. As far as the promoter's place, the promoter, they've always been in competition with some other kind of promoter. It's always been like that. But see, it's a different era now. You have social media there, and some of these old school promoters, they're not needed anymore, actually, to be real. Golden Boy, they're in big trouble right now because their cash cows getting ready to leave Canelo. Then you got the whole thing with the networks with the Zone. The Zone, they're having it bad because they decided to use Eddie Hearn as their front man, which was a bad mistake. He came from over here using the wrong type of terminology. He was talking about transatlantic deals and all kind of stuff. Not only that, his cash cow, AJ, his value dropped when he lost to Ruiz, okay? So not only that, Dillian White, one of his other one of the other fighters that he has put a lot of stock behind, he lost. He got beat up by a 40-year-old man. Then you got all the scams around them, like the allegations on performance-enhancing drugs. You got the controversy with the gloves with Dillian White. You remember that? So the Zone, they fucked up by signing both outfits. Neither one of those outfits did good for the Zone. Matchroom failed with their takeover of American. Golden Boy just failed altogether because Oscar De La Hoya is a cokehead, man. All right. This guy in the 1990s, and I knew about it then. Okay. In the 1990s, he was charged for statutory rape, man. Okay. He got away with that. Multiple DUIs. He got away with that. They hid his mug shot. They did all kind of stuff. The guy got caught with cocaine. Nothing done about none of this shit. Okay. He did all the weird stuff that I don't even want to talk about. The dressing up and the all the drugs and the other weird stuff that he did. And people, how many people gonna continue to fuck with somebody like that, huh? Who's gonna fuck with someone like that? All right. These fighters don't want to be fucked up with that. These young fighters don't want to be fucked up with that because that damages their brand being messed up with him. So he's not going to be able to keep Ryan Garcia either, and they're going to fold. None of these young fighters is going to want to work with this guy. He's a prima donna. All right, it's already a bad enough environment. If you're a prima donna and looked up as a cross-dresser in this environment where men it's acceptable to wear man purses and you being laughed at in this era, then you must really got it bad. You must really got it. Oscar De La Hoya is at the very bottom, okay? So he's failed, all right? The Zone will have to eventually sell, okay? It's looking like I heard something about PBC, okay, might be interested in buying the Zone or something like that. But we'll see what happens because they're not going to be able to keep that brand together because it's not going to work. That live streaming shit, you could just go on a regular live stream. You go on First Row Sports and VIP and get the same fight. All right, because I have a code to the Zone, and that should be freezing up on me and stuff like that. All right, one time I was in Orlando with my code, and the shit freed up when I was in the city. So it ain't even it's not a great product, man. And I have it. I have access to it right now. I have access to the Zone anytime I want. The shit is shitty to show all the same Euro bums fighting all the time. Okay, so it wasn't gonna work anyway. Plus what it was up against. At the time when they did it, everyone told them that the American market is about college football and all that stuff. All right. And it's going to be y'all putting on sports events the same time as college football and all kind of stuff, just fucking up thinking that, college football, because they don't have college football ain't important over in the UK. It's not important over there. So they don't really know how the American market works. So they fucked up. So now boxing needs some kind of a monopoly. You know what I'm saying? I would support a PBC monopoly. If they could get all the fighters over the PBC and put in place something similar to what Al Heyman has Dana White has over in the UFC, then we might have something, man. But they need somebody needs to have control of all these fighters so we could get these valuable fights. You remember you were saying that you don't see no great matchups anymore? Well, you're not going to see any great matchups with what's on the spreadsheet, okay? There's like 90 champions right now, okay? There's like 95, and really, when you think about it, the guys who are promoting themselves on social media, because I've been looking at their pages, all of these guys are calling themselves world champions. So you have over 100 world champions. So it's not even a valuable thing to be a world champion. So we're DAZN gonna find that great matchup for Canelo. Where they gonna find the one that was promised this great matchup and one great matchup a year, whatever it was? Where they gonna find that opponent at? If boxing has got everybody a champion, there's no standouts, man. So there's no great matchups to be made, and that's why things are looking the way they're looking right now, right? So they got to get this shit together and make these belts valuable again and hold these fighters accountable and stuff. And these fighters got to fight each other. This is not the Floyd Mayweather era, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I agree, man. Yeah, a good point.
And they totally ignore the black fighter altogether, and that's half the reason for the failure right there, because they act like what's his name? The trainer said black fighters don't sell. Abel
Sanchez.
Yeah. It's like they take that to heart, like that's real. But you look back in history, man, all the greatest fights had who? Had brothers in there. Either one way or on both sides. I mean, how can you just go along and try to ignore that? And they trying to set up like a false reality, like the Eastern Europeans are dominating boxing. I mean, that's what Paul Malignaggi say. That's what Larry Merchant come on PBC and say. I mean, that's the last great American heavyweight, and all this old craziness. Man, this ain't the last one. It's more there too. But a lot of guys that are of the black persuasion are not getting the opportunities to assert themselves into their rightful positions. Because I mean, just like a guy like a Big Baby Anderson, man, he might be the guy. Who knows? It's an unknown guy that right now that's bagging groceries or driving a truck now that just got in the gym. Who knows who's gonna be next? Because hell, look where the hell Deontay Wilder come from? But here he is.
Right.
And when he came out, did he come out? So hey. But they want to ignore those guys.
There's no gyms in North Florida because there's no boxing gyms even to this day. Because if these big old kids around here, these big old country folk around here got into boxing, shit, they'll take over that shit. There's just no gyms. If there's no gyms around, then you ain't gonna raise no boxes unless they go out of town for that.
Okay.
People trying to be football players.
Give me 5 minutes, fellas. I'll be right back.
They still trying to be football players and stuff like that because that's where they see the money. So that's why the bigger guys, they need to see like a dominant champion. You know what I'm saying? A dominant champion. When if Wilder get that belt back, that's an inspiration to big country guys, man, who are football players and basketball players, that they could go out there and they could become champ. Because a lot of our best athletes, in fact, all of our best athletes are on the football field and the basketball court. But that's what they grew up playing. They grew up playing those sports. So a lot of those athletes come from the dirty South where there was no boxing gyms, right? So a lot of people have to understand when they think in America don't have fighters and this and that, it's just that we don't have the boxing gyms. This place is spread out, man. We got them all over the place like that. You know what I'm saying? So they got to understand shit like that. What's up to Trap House, man? Trap House Boxing up in here, man.
What's up, Trap? I see him in there. What's checking, brother?
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you want to get on here, Trap House, and chop it up? Shit.
Yeah, you make some good points there, Blood, man. Especially, the stuff that's going on with DAZN, man. And it's me, just looking at Eddie Hearn, I mean, you can look at and tell he's probably never, I'm sure he's never fought. He don't even look like an athlete. He's just tall for nothing. And
yeah, absolutely.
And just talking to people behind the scenes, man, the best thing they probably should have done was, giving Al Heyman the opportunity to run that project. We all know it would be a whole lot better. And this from even people from the UK even saying this, so, my thing is, we got to see some fights, and boxing got to get a whole lot better. What you think about this situation with Devin Haney and what's the guy named Gary Russell Jr. that's going on? You paid any much attention to it?
I paid a little bit of attention to it the other day. It was a few days ago. The way I look at it, with the way boxing is right now, okay, because there's so many, and I can tell you, we're going to talk about that if you all don't mind. If you guys talked about it before I got back on, but I'm going to go back to that super cruiserweight thing here after this, man. But see, the way boxing used to be traditionally was you had to prove yourself at the next weight. But boxing is a different sport now, because that's why I keep showing people the spreadsheet. I call it spreadsheet drama. With the way boxing is now, and these fighters not fighting each other, you have to take what you can get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the way it is. So even though I don't like it and I'm against it, when I saw that it could generate because look, man, a lot of people, a lot of new fight fans are interested in that fight. So that does something for boxing, right? So we have to take what we could get at this time. So mixing up the weight class, this is the perfect time for that, because these guys don't want to fight. They're acting like pre-Madonnas. So if you got two fighters that are within weight that want to fight, then you take it, because Henry Armstrong used to move out of weight all the time and fight guys 20 pounds bigger than him and all that kind of stuff. A lot of these guys did that. James Toney, Roy Jones, all of these guys fought bigger guys. You're not even talking a significant difference, okay? The difference between Russell and Haney is not the significant difference that's between him and Crawford. That's another 10 pounds we're talking about now, something like that, So I think that this is a fight that could happen, man. Shit, it should happen. If the two guys both want it, and this ain't just some WWE shit, and they really want that fight, people are interested in seeing the fucking fight. So yeah, let it roll. This is good for boxing, because this will bring more people to the sport, because in this time period ain't nobody wanting to fight. In any other era, though, I would have said, nah, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. What has he done to show that he could fight the champion at that weight class? But there ain't no champions now, in my opinion. I don't consider none of these guys on the spreadsheet to be champions. So yeah, if two guys are within weight, go in and make the fight happen. I'll watch the fight. And if the shit talk is good enough, I might buy the fight. If I'm interested, if the shit talk good enough, I'll buy it. But really, I'm not with the mixing up of the weight class. I just wish boxing was what it was, but it's not what it was, and I accepting it for what it is.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. Yeah, we have to accept for what it is, man. I just hate that, and this is me. I like rivalries. You know what I'm saying? I would love to. I would like to see Tank and Gary Russell get it on. I mean, for the DMV, because I was William Joppy was supposed to be on the show today, but we didn't get a chance to get in touch back with him. I think he might have had something else going on, but I was gonna ask him, why we never got the fight between him and Keith Holmes.
Right.
They both were promoted by Don King. That fight should have happened, but it ended up not happening. So here it is. You got Gary Russell and the Tank from the DMV. Man, if you imagine that fight, man, the atmosphere in that fight,
Man,
that would be lit, man. That'd be a good fight, yeah.
It would be a lit fight. I like the idea of young fighters, man, just getting in there and mixing it up as young as they could be, man. As close to their prime as they could be, where both fighters is close to their prime. Those make the best fights. Those make the legendary fights. We're not getting the legendary fights because these guys are playing around talking about boxing's a business and all of that stuff. And, We'll see how long this lasts, though. I'm curious to see how this next 2 years in boxing is going to go. I'm going to be watching it real close. It's going to be interesting to see what direction all of this goes into, because I see some things, and it does seem like there's some changes coming up, man. That we're just going to have to get used to as fight fans. And then this whole COVID thing threw in another loop. You know what I'm saying? Now they're doing the fights and they don't got the crowds no more, and it's not drawing in that income there. And they're competing against a lot of other shit too. Every boxing card, every pay-per-view event is going to be competing against something else. If it's competing against the UFC is going to dominate because they have a real ranking system and people know their fighters. They don't have all these world champions, all these people getting up off the couch calling themselves world champion. Yeah, I'm world champion. Going on their Twitter page because they the WBF heavyweight champion, all that kind of stuff, man. I don't got time for all that, man. I can't keep up with all these pretenders. I can't keep up with a bunch of pretenders. So I want the big fights. So if we get a Gary Russell, Devin Haney, at least that's something where people know who they is and they got some shit talk going on a little bit and they hype it up a little bit.
Hey, Blood.
And then we can have some entertaining to watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, Blood, what you consider, what to you would be the best fight that you would want to see? If you can make a fight that happened in the next 6 months, what fight would that be?
Let me see. I like fights to stay in the division. So, you know what I'd really like to see happen? I'd like to see, because there's a fight that's on the table right now that I already like, okay? It's a unification bout at lightweight. I already like that Lopez-Lomachenko fight, okay? I do like that fight. That fight I will pay to see, all right? Because, I think those are two of the better guys, but there's Devin Haney. I would like to see Devin Haney get the winner of Lomachenko versus Lopez. And that's me as a fight fan. I don't want no newbies telling me anything about business or nothing like that. That's what I want to see, all right? I like to see the kid Devin Haney versus Lopez. I like that because I think Lopez is going to upset Lomachenko. All right, so when that happens, I like to see Lopez go right after Devin Haney go right after the unification. Right, that's the fight. And there's other fights too that I would like to see happen, man. I'd like to see Jamal Charlo, that older Charlo brother, fighting Canelo Alvarez. Okay, I think that would be a very good fight, a beneficial fight. A fight to the light heavyweight division would be the Eastern European. I'd be interested in an Eastern European unification bout of light heavyweight between Bivol and Beterbiev. I'll be interested. You know what's so fucked up too, man, is sometimes these fighters, man, I'll see them, like I've seen Beterbiev fight probably 5, 6, maybe even 7 or 8 times. I don't know. I don't remember. But the thing about it is these fighters don't leave me nothing to remember no more, because in between watching them fight every 5 and 6 months and watching all the other fights that I watch and looking at retro boxing and all that kind of shit, I can't remember nothing about these guys unless they're real standouts, like that Ennis kid or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Another fight I like to see is the obvious fight that's out there that's a great fight. The Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight. We'll see if Errol Spence gets through Danny Garcia. But right after that fight, I want to see him fight Terrence Crawford if Errol Spence gets through Danny Garcia. Right?
That's what he's called for now.
There's a lot of great fights, man. And all of the fights that are great, really, are the unification bouts. In my opinion, Gary Russell should be fighting the Josh Warrington guy that the fans have let ignore Gary Russell. The fans let them do that. The fans and the boxing media, in my opinion, let the shit go down the way it is. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, everybody know I'm right about the shit I be saying, man, when it comes to this sport. But I know that I'm a little bit pissed off about it, because the reason I'm so pissed off is because it just goes to how long I've been a fight fan. I've had a lot of emotion built up in this sport over years. Okay, a lot of emotion. whether it be bets, whether it be just wanting to see who the fighter that I wanted to see win for whatever reason it is, you know. So I have a lot of years of invested into this sport. So when I see the sport kind of going the way it is right now, it's like it's just a different place for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to hate on anything or anything like that. Like brothers fighting out of their weight class and stuff like that. Because in this environment, you can't knock it too much. It's I mean, what else is out there if the other guys don't want to fight? You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. I'd rather see Devin Haney fight Gary Russell than fight the guy that the zone got him lined up to fight next. Whoever that is, I forgot the guy's name. I heard something about it. But what's his name? Who's he supposed to fight? Gary Russell.
Gary Russell.
I think he got not Gary Russell. Devin Haney. Who is he supposed to fight with the zone?
Gamboa. He was trying to fight Gamboa before this came up.
Oh, you see?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on. You joking, right?
No, that's what they say.
Come on, man. He fighting Gamboa next.
That's crazy, man.
Poor
That's why
Gamboa.
make that fight.
But okay, then. I'd rather see that's right. That's it right there. I'd rather see him fight Gary Russell than fight Gamboa, bro. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'd rather Gamboa, the guy who's getting all kind of injuries now. Who knows? Gamboa ankle gonna go out in the second round? Shit, you don't even know what Gamboa could be. It could be his shoulders, it could be his ankle next time.
Yeah.
You know, so I like to see Ramirez fight Taylor. Ramirez and Taylor's a good fight too. There's a handful of fights out there. Ramirez versus Taylor, that's a good fight. Okay.
Yeah, but that Bud EJ might have
fights out there. They're just not making these fights happen. All right, Khalid Plant versus the Ramirez guy who you know basically threw his belt in the trash. Okay. Demetrius Andre,
you could do a Riddick Bowe,
Carlo, or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Canelo. I would have taken the Canelo Alvarez Andre fight. Me personally, as a fight fan, they'll say that's not one of the fights they're looking for, but that's the fight that I would have taken. Shit, I would have liked to have seen that fight. Shit, that's a good fight for me. Shit, in this environment, you got to take what you could get in this fucking environment. It's like, you know, you got Anthony in the heavyweight division. You got Anthony Joshua getting ready to fight Pulev. Who knows who's going to win that fight? Pulev might be that other 40-year-old, you know, to put another matchroom fight on his ass. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be some crazy shit. And then we got to wait for the rest until all this shit is worked out between Fury and Wilder. The heavyweight division, to me, is the best division. Now, they've been talking about the super cruiserweight division, and I think that at this time, I think that they should present a super cruiserweight division. And I'm gonna tell you why I wouldn't be opposed of it. Now, I don't give a fuck if they trash the whole idea. I don't give a fuck if they scrap it. But the reason why is because if you go down throughout the weight classes, smaller guys have the opportunity to fight for like 18 or 19 belts. Yeah. If they go through the 4 or 5, I mean, to the 3 divisions below them is within 8 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
yeah,
if you do the math in between, I did it, and it's between 10 pounds. There was like 16, 18 champions. And that's just the big belts. There's like 20-something champions, okay? So if you're born 100 pounds bigger, you don't get the opportunity to you know, get a little bit of this money too? And Shopper, you got to go fight a guy who weighs 265. There's a big difference between 215 and 265, okay?
Yeah, big difference.
There's a big difference between that. There's not a big difference between 154 and 147 like there is between 215 and 265. I don't care if you're talking distribution. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. That's a different ball game. That's a different fucking ball game right there. That's why when we was playing football, the smaller guys didn't go. You didn't see the receivers doing drills with defensive linemen and offensive linemen, right? You didn't see them doing that shit with them. Because it's a different weight. You know, it's just like with fighting. Anything physical, That weight means something when it has anything to do with any kind of physical contact. Okay, so they need to put something there in place, and they need to get rid of some of those other weights down below. But, you know, the sanctioning bodies are not going to even work together. This is just the WBC saying doing this. So they're going to make it confusing because will the IBF and the WBA and WBO follow suit? And so now you have cruiserweight only in the WBC. That's just really fucking confusing now. So there's a lot of pros and cons there, man. But really, man, boxing is just it's just in a different place, bro. It's in a different place.
Yeah, it's nothing like in the 90s, you know, when there was a golden era with the heavyweights and stuff like that, you know, like you know, blood, it was like I was like last week, man, I was talking to this one guy from the UK. His name is Mark Dillon, and strange character, man. And he was saying how Dillian White would have did very well fighting in the 90s. So what I done was I put up 5 fighters. I put up David Tua, Kirk Johnson. David Tua, Kirk Johnson, Michael Grant. It's like I can't remember what other 2 I put up, but I put it up on my Instagram, and I was telling how he was saying the guy could hold his own against those heavyweights. And man, all them guys, they knocked Dillian White out within 4 rounds. I mean, it wouldn't even be close.
Man,
I mean, he gets murdered. I mean,
it's funny how Dillian White always wants to talk about Wilder's technical skills and how he can't fight with that shit that he brings into the ring, with that skill set that he brings into the ring. You could tell that he's starting out in the game late too. You know, come on, man. Look at the shit he bringing into the ring. He up here talking about Wilder. Oh, he don't know how to fight and this and that. Well, you know, he got a high pitched voice, so I can't take my voice to those extremes. But Dillian White comes on there always complaining about Wilder's skill set, and he come in there garbage.
Yeah, in the trash, man.
All kind of stuff. Swinging wild punches, swinging wild, all that kind of stuff, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he horrible, man, and I'm glad Povetkin knocked him out, man. And I hate to say stuff like that because you don't want to see somebody get knocked out, hurt or nothing like that, but he got what he deserved, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting on him a long time.
If I was Povetkin, I wouldn't fight him. If I was Povetkin.
Well, see, that's the thing about Eddie Hearn, man. His little crew that he got that's signed to him, they all work in conjunction with each other. So he knows he's trying to pick him and use him to block anybody from fighting AJ. So he give him an automatic rematch. But the thing about Povetkin is he should never won that. He should have fought Usyk back in his home country, man. That would be the bigger deal for him and his career. But rather than do that, he's gonna go out here and give this guy another chance to come back and right his wrong. But that's what they do. And
I don't really agree that he should have to do that because number one, he should try to get out of that whole thing, man, if he can. Because I mean, why should he, as a 40-something-year-old man, have to come right back out and fight again? And these young fighters, 25, they sit on the couch for 2 years and they want a paycheck. If I was Povetkin, I'd be like, shit, y'all better find me something else, shit. You know what I'm saying? You better renegotiate something here. We got to renegotiate some shit up in here. Because I knocked Dillian White spark out. I knocked him the fuck out. So we gotta do something else here. I got a big fight coming up against the winner of I'm mandatory for Wilder Fury. Shit. The hell with that.
Well, if they do fight again, the Wilder and Dillian White, the Wilder's gonna be in Povetkin's corner because that if I was Povetkin, you know what, that fight gonna be in Siberia. We fighting in Russia, and doesn't Povetkin, he's promoted by a billionaire, isn't he?
Did he do what?
Is Povetkin promoted by a billionaire? I heard he's promoted by some billionaire.
He is.
Shit, we having that fight in Russia, and we having it in the wintertime.
Outside.
Shit.
And I heard
outside.
He don't have to fight. You don't have to fight Dillian White.
No, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I kind of figured too.
The WBC, I think they already said that he got. Yeah, he got like a year or something. So he's just better off to sit on the couch and wait for the winner of the Fury Wilder and try to get out of that fucking match with Dillian White. You know what I'm saying? Come up with whatever money they got to come up with, because Povetkin's an old man. He ain't doing nothing but getting older. He ain't doing nothing but getting older. He's gonna be that much older when he get in there with Dillian White again. Dillian White will be a little older too, but it's a lot different when you in your early 30s. And them 2 years means something when you 40 something. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I agree. Even with Povetkin, like you say, 40 years old, man, and 40 or 41, and you know, he get back in that ring, you know, like he looked old. He looked old in his last two fights, you know. So, and Dillian White was winning the fight hands down until he got caught.
Got ran into,
you know. Yep. So, shit, the referee was like 2001, 2002.
He on video talking about he got back up and all that stuff right away. You know, man, when he got back up, his eyes was so glazed over, man.
He said, "What?"
Just hit the crack pipe. I mean, he
said, "What?"
I had a 1987 flashback of Crackhead when I saw him get up. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was in front of the crack house in 1989 or something when his dad got up.
He said he got up.
Yeah, that's what he said. I saw I was laughing, man. I'll be sitting back reading what some of these fighters be saying sometime, and it's just be so far-fetched. I don't even know who the guys who interview these fighters are when they be saying some of this stuff. They don't never question them, like, no, man, it didn't go like that or whatever. They don't even have the heart to tell them none of that shit, you know?
Hey, Blood and Blackstar. I don't know if y'all remember this, man, but I'm gonna give y'all a fight, and you can go pull up on YouTube. Cause I know I got it on VHS. You know, I remember watching it. Remember when Marlon Starling was fighting this guy named Thomas Molinari from Colombia,
and he ran into the punch.
And the Molinari knocked him out.
Ended the round, yeah.
Man, that was one of.
I just saw that fight.
You remember when Larry Merchant had interviewed Marlon Starling? He said well, you was up in control, and Marlon Starling was like, I was still in control. He said, but they count you out, Marlon. He said, when did they count me out? He said, Marlon, he said he didn't hit me. He said, Marlon, well, if you don't remember you being counted out, he hit you, and that's proof that he hit you. He said, I wasn't knocked down, I wasn't knocked out.
I do remember that.
He know where he was at, man. I love some Marlon Starling, but man, he know where he was at, man. That joker say, man, I wasn't knocked down, I wasn't knocked out. He said, when did they hit me? When did he hit me?
You was out. You remember when Pettaway hit Simon Brown?
Lamb the ground. Oh man, y'all remember that, man? I remember that. I talk to Simon Brown on Facebook sometimes, man. I told him, try to get him on Drew's show or something. But a lot of them guys, man, I feel they embarrassed about what things that happened to them in their career. That's like Lamar Parks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked to him on Facebook, and I was like, man, won't you try to come on the show, man? And he was like, nah, and I know why they want to come on there, because he probably feel that I might try to ask him something about his situation he had.
About that shit.
Exactly.
We don't have to bring it up.
Yeah, I wouldn't bring it up no ways, man. Yeah. But career was cut short, and even when he lost to Reggie Johnson, he wasn't the same fighter anyway. When Reggie beat him. So
yeah. I don't think he was taking the training serious at that one time when he was going through all his little stuff.
That's true.
And there's people always say that, they said he knew about it. They say with Lamar Parks that he knew about it a couple of years before he was actually go look back on what the media put out there. Now you do realize that might not be true. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying the media put out there that ex-girlfriend of his reported baby mama something. Ex-girlfriend said that he been had. He knew he had.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, this like Trick we was talking the other day about Aaron Davis and Mark Breland, man. That was the prettiest right hand I ever seen.
Oh yeah, beautiful, man. And didn't throw out the whole fight until that one sequence right there.
Right there. Perfect shot for the perfect time. And he walked right into it. Hey.
Man, I remember when they fought, when Aaron Davis and Mark Breland fought. I saw that fight live on TV. Man, that was a heated ass fight right there, bro. That was a heated conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, we talked to him the other day. Being Blackstar, we talked to him the other day.
Which one y'all talked to? Aaron Davis?
Yeah, we talked to Aaron Davis. Yeah. See what we hey, Blackstar, let him know what we're gonna try to what you want to try to do.
Yeah, we're trying to get him on there this week. Come on here with us, along with a couple other champions, man, and we're gonna chop it up. Lord had to come through, my brother.
Try to get an all New York panel. Yeah, bro, you gotta get on, man.
Hey man, I'm with it. Just let me know. Keep me up to date with what's going on.
Yeah, definitely will. Yeah, try to get like an all New York panel, man. Go try to get Lou Del Val, Lou Del Val, Aaron Davis, and Charles Murray, or Kevin Kelly. I'm waiting on Kevin Kelly to get back with me, but Charles Murray say he'll definitely do it if he's not busy. Man, Lou Del Val gonna drop some gems on these on the chat, man. It's coming, blood. It's coming. So
hey man, I can't wait to kick. I can't wait to hear what he got to say, man.
Ooh, man.
Well,
what I'm talking about right there.
I want to hear what these brothers got to say. Charles Murray, yes, sir. I know all
fighter, man.
I know all them fighters' careers, bro. I watch those guys,
and
all the time, man. Whenever they used to fight, man, I always front that TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Blackstar and Blood, man. I'm about to bump it. I gotta break out, man. So it was good being on here with y'all. Blood is my first time being on the panel with you, man. I appreciate that, man. You made my day, man. Both of y'all, man. So,
hey, man, it's
been great, rolling, man. So
thanks a lot, man. Hey, Trick, I'll see you later, bro. And Blackstar Sports TV, man. Thanks a lot. I look forward to coming back to your page, brother.
Oh man, hey, man, I appreciate you coming through, man. It was an honor, bro. You welcome anytime.
Jump right thanks for having me on too, Blackstar.
Yeah,
okay,
you, man.
All right, hey, Shot Town, get with me. I see Shot Town in the chat room. Everybody in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all, man. All right, Blackstar, I'm out, man.
All right, brother. I appreciate you too, man.
All right.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Yes, indeed, man. Hey, thanks everybody for hanging in there with us and chopping it up with us, man. Like I say, man, we just crossed over 100 subscribers, man. First little plateau achieved, man. So we just wanted to celebrate that. Sorry that the three-time world champion William Joppy wasn't able to make it today, man. But we're going to reschedule. We're going to bring him on back, and we're going to chop it up with him then. Like you heard just previously, man, the plan is to get Aaron Davis and a New York panel on this week. It's looking good so far, but that's what we're pressing on. So please just keep your ear to the grind and hopefully Saturday we will have it all together for you, man, because that's going to be interesting, man. And Lou DeVal has some crazy little stories and things. He's a character, man, so you definitely will enjoy him if you stop by and check us out. That much for sure, man. Let me check out these comments for now. Let me see. Yeah, Mike 202, Peace said Trick. Yeah, Trick on there, man. Shot Town found good stuff, Blackstar. Oh man, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Most definitely. Yeah, it's a blessing to have the brothers come along. Peace, blood. Yes, indeed, Mike 202. And Kurt Anderson, great show. Oh, thank you there, Kurt, man. Appreciate it very much, my brother. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then we got Chi-Town Finest. Wow, that is wonderful on the subs, Blackstar. Yeah, man. It's been a grind, but we made it over that first hurdle. Now I got 10 more to go. Well, 9 more to go, but that's all right. We made some movement. Hey, man, That's better than the best news I've heard in a while. So it's all good, my man. I really appreciate it. And give big shout out and thanks to you too, Chi-Town Finest, man. You and good brother KQKC Boxing Network, man. Appreciate y'all support, man. You know, and like I say, we family for life, man. That's the way it's gonna roll, man. But it's time for me to head on up out of here. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do that Nubian conference. Anybody interested, please come on back by, and we're gonna chat it up about that too. So check that out. And if we can throw another panel together, you might see me again this weekend. So hey, just keep a lookout on the notification. Hit that notification and you know, see what's coming up. You know. Also, anybody in the chat, man, I need somebody in the chat to kind of police the chat for me. Pretty much like the good brother Chi-Town Finest does for KQKC, man, because I think that'll help me kind of maintain a little bit of what's going on here when I have people on here and stuff like that. So anybody interested, man, please let me know. Email me or comment something in the comments or something like that, and I'll get back to you if you're interested. But just put that out there. Let me see. Oh, Black Mike 202. Great show, King at Blackstar Sports TV. Oh, why it didn't come up? I thought I hit that. Okay, there you go. All right. Thank you so much there, Mike 202. Once again, thanks everybody. Hey, man, have a wonderful weekend. More blessings and power to your family. And we'll see you next time. Blackstar Sports TV.